My channel, my channel, my content. My channel, my content. My channel, my content.
Happy Monday.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Yep, perfect. Mic check. Everything's good. Hopefully, let's hear from the chat. Hopefully, they can hear us perfectly well.
Hopefully.
So, how's everybody?
I'm good.
I'm good as well.
Cool. I know how Austin is. He just left here like an hour or so ago. Let's see. Billy looks like he's scratching records. Come on, Chad. Jesus. Well, I guess so. I mean, yeah, everything looks good, or they'd be saying something already. Like, we can't hear you, you know, but we've done that before. We've talked for about 5 minutes, and then someone read the chat. So I just want to make sure. All good. Now we're getting it. There's a delay. Perfect. So, Miranda and Kayla, welcome.
Thank you for having us on here.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Who's more nervous, you guys or your parents?
My parents.
I'd have to say the parents.
Good. See, there you go,
My
man.
parents.
Solid. Just bang right there. You got this. Don't be nervous. This is nothing, man. You guys got this. This is a piece of cake for you guys. So, what's new and exciting? I know Miranda, I saw pictures. Her and her family went to the expo on the weekend. How about you, Kayla?
I'm currently on mutation, so this is why I'm not in the snake room. I'm actually set up in a bedroom.
She's on, I was going to say, Miranda, they went, and I'm jealous. I saw all the pictures of her in Schaumburg, you know,
Yeah.
with everybody taking pics. And I saw that you autographed a shirt.
Yeah, I autographed Kurt that he had my shirt on, so I signed it for him.
Famous already. Look at you. That's awesome. I got to stand in line and get mine now. You too, Kayla. I got to get, got to get some stuff. How'd that make you feel? Was it weird? Was it shocking?
Yeah, a little bit. It
Yeah.
was shocking.
Get used to it, you know. In a few years, that's all you'll be doing. Even Austin, do you remember when you signed your first one? It was at an expo.
Was it?
Yeah.
I honestly don't even remember.
See? He's just too famous. He just doesn't remember anymore. Oh, actually, I got to fix something really quick. I just see it right now.
Remember you signing your first one, Billy?
That was so long ago, man.
Exactly. See?
Yeah, so. But I have an excuse. I'm old.
You signed a lot more than me, too.
I forget, so. You know what? Let me just delete this one here. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go to here. I'm going to get rid of this. Hold on. Actually, I'm just going to leave it. No, I'm going to fix it. Hold on, guys. Little technical difficulty. So talk. Someone say something.
Something.
I thought they were going to say that. You guys got to copy him now. Say something. You got to say something.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, that's
Hello.
hello's better. That's, it's the same thing as something.
Thanks for the best.
There you go. Hold on.
We got our first super chat.
Oh, perfect. Saving me.
Troy Schroeder. Miranda, I appreciate the kindness you share every time I seen you this weekend. You and your parents are wonderful people.
Thank you so much.
Ah, so awesome. Awesome, Troy.
It's amazing.
That's awesome. So, Got a few things to talk about. We got a few questions. We got some achievements of the shout outs of the week that we usually do. We'll get into that later. I don't know. You want to ask a question? You go first, Austin. I'm putting you on the spot. You go first.
Ask them a question.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll let Miranda go first, but this question is for both of you. What's your goal with the snake hobby? Do you guys want to take it to like a full-time business, or do you guys want to keep it as a hobby? Just a few snakes, or like really big, like Billy has it?
I think I'd like to keep it as a hobby, but I would like to get big into it sometime, like Billy is right now.
That's amazing.
Mhm.
How about you,
I
Kayla?
definitely want to keep it as a hobby because I have other things that I want to do. But eventually, yeah, I do want to become big as well.
That's amazing.
What's the other things you want to do?
I hope to one day I want to become a veterinarian and I want to rescue and save animals that just kind of need a second chance.
Awesome. Awesome stuff. So veterinarian, that's pretty cool.
It's amazing.
I think that's awesome. Yeah, I think if I could go back, I don't know what I would do if I could choose all over, especially, being at your age right now. I don't know. There's so many options now. There's so many cool things. But back when it was more of a trade, there's so many more options of cool stuff to do. Like, when I was growing up, I mean, I'm going to be a web designer or something like that. People would be like, what's that? That's going nowhere. Like, they didn't even think we didn't even have cell phones. Like, you guys all have, you all have cell phones, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have a younger brothers, sisters?
I have a twin.
Okay.
A twin brother.
So,
Younger.
what was the earliest you had a phone?
I think when I was 11 on Christmas.
Crazy. My first time I ever got a phone, I think I was 18, and it cost me like $5,000. It was crazy. What about you, Austin? When did you have a cell phone?
I got my own at 14. So 14 years old.
So 14. So I had mine about 22 years before yours.
Jeez.
That's so crazy. And mine wasn't really a phone. It was actually called a brick. It was like this big. And I paid a little extra so I didn't have to have it attached to a bag that you had to carry around. It was pretty bad. It was nuts. But anyways, old school, man. You guys know what telephone booths are?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess you guys can watch movies and stuff. But have you seen a real one?
No.
Yeah, I don't think they exist anymore. Isn't that crazy? It's so cool. I love it. The new generation, man. You guys got it so good. So, but no, I'm glad that you guys are in it. You guys are doing amazing. You're out there and very vocal in a positive way, especially Kayla. I see her stories. She's giving shit to where people, where shit is due. So, let's see. The big white brick. Oh, Paul. Yep. So, a few things. Now, I guess it's hard because there's two of you, and I've got like Austin. You have to ask, one and then the other. How long you've been doing it? When did you first start?
I think about 4 years now. 4
Okay.
years now.
And you, Kayla?
I got my first when I was 8, so I've been breeding. I think this will be my second year. I just recently got into it.
Cool. So now you got into it before with your parents and then sort of separated? Is that how?
Kinda. Before I kind of just wanted a pet, but now I've started doing research on it, and I really wanted to make a hobby out of it.
So cool. So you've actually had eggs, Kayla?
Yeah, I had one clutch last year. I got a clutch of 11 eggs, just an entry to Super Primal Hobby.
Nice.
Oh,
And I've got
just this. Yeah, it's awesome. So,
I've
so
got
humble.
a clutch in the incubator right now, so.
Congrats, Kayla.
And how many
Thank
you,
you.
Miranda? Have you had a clutch yet on your own?
No, my parents have had a clutch, and they have one right now in the incubator.
Awesome. When do you think you're going to have your very first from your animals?
Next year.
Awesome. So you still got a lot of learning to do, and you get to sort of see what's going on and get a little bit of the awesomeness and the experience with your parents.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love how your parents are in it too, and they're being supportive of you guys sort of doing it on your own. I think, which is pretty awesome.
Mhm.
What do you think what do you think the best thing would be for you guys? Do you, when you guys sort of do something, do you have to sort of clear it with your parents because you're so young still? Do you have to get the parental okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
How about you, Kayla?
Sometimes.
You can't just go, where did hi, Mom, I'm home. What's in the bag? Oh, I got 3 of these and 4 breeders and 6 hatchlings. So now, are you limited on what you have, what you can have right now until you sort of, are your parents, I'm not saying strict, but do they sort of have like, hey, don't go nuts, don't spend everything you have on it? Do they give you sort of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Help me out, Austin.
I can't read your mind right now.
I can't even read it either. It's in my head. What am I thinking? Like, do they say, hey, you know what? You can only get 5, maximum 5 this year. You can only do this. What's that?
A limit?
A limit. Yes, there you go. That works.
Sometimes they help me choose what's best for me because my parents, they want to bring me on the right path, but they mostly let me achieve what I want to do. So they support me on whatever I do really with it.
Awesome.
That's kind of the same with me as well. They support me with it, but they want me to go on a right path with it.
Yeah, that's good because you know why? Because there's so many cool things. You can go on so many paths and don't even know where the hell you are.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
One good thing about me doing this for so long is when I got into this, there was only like 7 morphs, like 7. I mean, it wasn't even a bumblebee. Like it was nuts. And
it was like the normals, the albinos.
Yeah.
Pieds. Yeah, there was the Xanthics, genetic stripe, and then like pastel pinstripe, cinnamons. I mean, it was just like, wow, spider. And when they came out, they were like 25,000 US. And it was just like, wow, I got to get one of those when they come down in price. And, I saw all the new morphs and the new combos. I grew, while I was in this hobby, and it was only a hobby back then. And then when I turned it into sort of wanting to be a breeder, they were achievable because it was like, pastel and pinstripe makes a lemon blast. And, pastel and spider, and then you keep adding more stuff, and that's a killer blast, and this, and then you started, I was able to learn them along the way and seeing them. Now, getting into the hobby, I don't know where people can decide. I mean, do I want to get into pie? Do I want to get into clown? Do I want to get into super OD combos? Do I want to specialize in this? Or do I want all of it together? It's nuts. It is pretty crazy. Yeah. So being, with so much out there, I know obviously you're the Lucy land lady. You love Lucy's, leucistic. Obviously it's in the name.
Anything leucistic.
Yep. What about you, Miranda? What's your sort of, gene or combo that you love that you really want to work with and have a big impact on?
I'd also say the bells, but I'm also getting into the clowns and pieds.
Okay.
I'm really into the pieds and bells though.
Yep. And besides, bells, what would be your next gene of choice or combo that you want to shoot for? Pieds. How about you, Kayla?
I'm leaning more towards the clown projects because I've got a Krypton project I'm working right now.
Cool. So this year, how many clutches are you going to have total this year?
2. I just had one female. She's due to do her pre-lay shed on the 24th, so hopefully she'll lay some healthy eggs for me soon.
Awesome. And what do you have growing up for next year? How many clutches are you looking at for next season?
I don't know the exact number, but I know I have a couple sub-adult females, so maybe 5.
Cool.
I'm hoping.
And how about you, Miranda? First year, how many are you trying to come out with? A couple more? 5, 10?
I wish 10, but maybe 1 or 2.
Awesome. What's the best thing about the hobby so far that you guys like? I'll give you the two questions. I'll hit you right now with them both. First one I want you to answer is, what do you like the most about it? And 2, what do you hate about it?
The most I like about it would probably be learning about all the genes and expanding your experience with everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know about a dislike. I mean, I love it all. So, but the money probably.
How about you, Kayla?
I really like the fact that you get to create your own genetics and all the continuous support you get from people from it. And I really have nothing that I dislike about it. Maybe just cleaning the poop, but it's everything else.
Awesome. I love it. So now, moving forward, where do you see yourself being? I know Austin sort of asked it, but do you see yourself working with your parents on projects, or do you guys sort of, want to just sort of do this by yourself and them on their own? Is it 2 separate entities, or you may just do a couple breeding loans together, or, what do you think? You think you're going to go down that route, or just stay solo?
I kind of already do. We do a lot of projects. Like, we have a couple of projects that we're working on together because we all have different snakes that we like. And I see myself in the future still doing that because it's really nice.
So cool. How about you, Miranda?
I think I'm going to do some projects with my parents because they have the snakes that I want to use for it. Since I'm still getting snakes and trying to find what I need for what I want to make. So I'd have to stay together, and I still would see myself doing this in the future.
Awesome. It's pretty good. I mean, breeding loans and breeding, together with other people, is it usually a good fit? I mean, it is and it isn't. With your parents, I don't think it's going to be too bad, But with other random people, you just, it feels like someone always gets the sour end of it, even though, everybody goes into the breeding, the loan with, the expectations of everybody getting something out of it, which they do, but there's always something that's amazing, and there's only one of them. And you can't split a snake. You can't cut it in half. You can't, no matter what, you can't cut it the long ways or half and half. Well, you get the head, I get the tail end. It just doesn't work that way. So it's good that you can do that with your parents and stuff like that, because it actually will help you in many ways and help them as well. But me and Austin got quite a few breeding loans this year too. I got some with the Reptile Ward, some with the Lion. Austin and the Lion have some. So it's pretty cool. Next question, huh?
It's amazing.
Yeah, it helps because, like Miranda said, it's like, her parents have stuff that she wants and they can, work together, and cool. It is pretty cool. Just saying, B&H Reptiles, the parents of these two should be very proud.
Yeah.
Oh, they are. I definitely know that.
Oh, that's awesome. And they should be, not just because you're on here, because you guys are just awesome in general. I mean, it's so cool what you guys have done, and I've seen you guys over the last year. I've popped on some of your lives, and I've seen you guys always out there, and you're always part of the community and sharing photos and stuff and stories on Instagram, which is awesome. And what are you at, Kayla, on Instagram? Do you know offhand quickly, roughly?
I think I'm roughly at $2,800.
How about you, Miranda?
1,200, I do believe.
And because you just went off on your own, maybe 6-7 months ago, or a little longer. I know I got the blue jar stuff in, and I'm like, oh, cool. It's it's pretty cool how, I love the jar python logo and how on the back, it's. I think I've said it so many times. I'm like, oh my god, look how cool this is. And it's so cool how you just basically added a color and sort of, it's just cool. It's just, it's really awesome.
Thank you.
It's really awesome. Now, Lucyland, I see now it's leucistic. Did you change it?
Yeah, it's always been Leucistic Land, but I do Lucy for short because it's easier to say.
Oh, it is, because I went and I'm like, Lucyland. I went to go type it in. I'm like, oh, it says Leucistic Land. But no, I know her as Lucyland. I'm like, oh, what is it? Did she change it? So I just don't read enough. I just saw the Lucyland, which I like. It's nice. It flows, gets to the point. Lucyland. You got to love it.
Thank you.
So what's something that has made you nervous, trying or doing, like pairing, feeding, doing a first live, buying your first animal, shipping your first animal? What is something that you've done that was scary? Well, it probably all is if it's your first time, but what was something that you remember that was sort of scary that you were sort of worried about doing and you did it and it's like, oh, that's not that bad?
Doing this podcast.
Yeah, same here.
No, don't throw it on me. It's got to be something worse than being on here. Come on.
Feeding my first snake probably because you have to make sure they take it, and if they don't take it, that's kind of scary to know, like, what do you need to do to make them be able to eat and grow.
You feed live or frozen?
We feed frozen thawed. We used to feed live, but not anymore.
How about you, Kayla?
Since we breed our own rats, it's easier to feed live for the smaller ones, but for the bigger ones, we usually feed frozen thawed.
Do you are you part of the the helping raise and do the rats as well, or you just leave that to the parents and just say, hey, give me what I need?
To help with all my snake funds, to kind of help with it, I take on all the rats. Like, I feed and water them. I make sure that they're clean and all that.
Awesome.
And I feed the snakes. So the food side of the program is definitely my job.
Oh, okay. So it's all on you. So
Yes.
a lot of work, isn't it?
It's a lot, but it pays off in the end because I get to be a part of this awesome community.
See, that's awesome. What else do you guys do? Do you guys have other jobs, or do you have anything else besides being in? Well, not. Are you guys even in school now? Are you guys allowed to go back to school, or are you guys online? Well, now you're probably in summer.
We're in summer right now, but we go in person.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing. See, we can't even hear. I think they're trying to in September, but yeah, everything's online here. It's crazy. So, do you guys have part-time jobs or anything like that?
No.
I have other things that I do. Like, I do a lot of artwork, and I'm hoping to start playing more instruments soon because I like to play the guitar.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Holy. So you're going to be a rock star vet? Ballpython breeder.
I got a lot going on.
That's cool. Do
I
you
do
play in...
hunting.
What's that?
I do hunting and swimming,
Awesome.
deer hunting.
See, pretty cool. So, what do you? You want to be a vet. What do you want to end up? Do you even have that, Miranda? Do you have that even in your head where you want to? What do you want to be, or what direction you want to go as far as a career yet?
I want to be a special ed teacher because I have a cousin who he's nonverbal, and he inspired me to do that.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is amazing.
Thank you.
That's awesome. That is pretty cool. I
Chad
know.
is special ed
Yeah, I
teacher?
was gonna say I know Chad from Richie's Recessives. He's into that, and there's a few other people that I know. But no,
Awesome.
that's amazing.
Thank you.
That is awesome. Mommy in the chat says she used to ride horses too. Kayla, holy.
Yeah. I used to, before we got into snakes, I used to ride and show horses. I would go in the arena and I would be the only one smiling, so it was a lot of fun.
What's this? I have no sound. That's 4S Bateman. 4S Pythons Bateman.
It's just them.
Oh, it's just him. Okay, because I'm looking. Okay, perfect. Yeah, okay, good. I'm just trying to make sure because I hate that when we keep talking and all of a sudden no one can hear. I just saw it once. But, yeah, it got me a little worried there. So, dream snake.
Oh gosh. There's a lot that I really want.
Don't we all?
Yeah,
Don't we all?
same.
We all want more. I want more.
Yeah.
We all, even Austin wants more.
One that I definitely really want to make, I don't think it would be my dream snake, but I'm trying to make a VPI exanthic bell so that it takes out all the yellow of the bell and it leaves just a crystallized bell. So I hope to make it.
A VPI exanthic bell.
Yes, sir.
So it would be totally white.
Yeah.
Crispy white.
Yes.
You and your Lucy land. That's like probably the whitest snake. That probably would be the whitest of the white, would it not?
It would.
What's that? It would probably be the whitest of the white. And how about you, Miranda?
I want to make a Ballpython.
What's with all you guys with white snakes?
I
They're
don't know.
beautiful.
Yeah,
I
but
just
a
find
bell
them
pied
really
is a
pretty.
white snake too.
Or a monsoon pied.
Now we're talking. Now we're cooking.
No, oh, don't talk the monsoon.
Well, you don't like monsoon, Kayla?
Oh no, I like it. It's not my favorite gene, but I definitely find it really awesome in some combos.
Yeah, in some, and there's so many more to come. I hope the monsoon pied is just stunning. You know, I definitely I think that'll be a game changer if it is, but we will see. Got a super chat, Austin.
Nanette Chastain, DVM. If you want to be a vet, feel free to contact me. I used to be an associate professor and pre-vet advisor. I had several students get into vet school. Wow.
Oh, awesome. There you
Oh
go.
wow, thank you so much.
That's amazing. Look at that. People in the community are so awesome.
Mm-hmm. They
This
are.
community is awesome. The endless support you get is just awesome.
Your mom,
Yeah.
your mom loves monsoon, Miranda.
I know.
At least that's what she says.
Yeah.
Oh, Everglades Exotic says bells are back in style. They've always been back in style. They're one of those
Yeah,
things.
exactly.
Hold on. What did me, you, and Austin? What did me, you, and Catherine talk about today? We were just trying to make some animals, and we had a pastel lesser yellow belly, and it's like, what can we do? We already have that. What do we do with her? Well, what did we just talk about earlier? Like 3 hours ago.
Make some bells with it. Heck
Yeah. Let's make some bell combos. Let's make some bells. And you know why? Because everyone loves bells. It's like
Everyone.
you come to the table. Hi, do you have any bells? Hi, do you have any pies? Hi, do you have any bells? You have any bells? They fly off the table. It's like it is probably one of the most popular animals and combos that are out there still. And I'm talking. I've been making them since probably 2009. So we're talking 10, 11, 12 years.
Wow.
They still are popular. They still fly off the shelf. But though I wish I was getting the prices I was 12 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'd probably, if I was still getting those type of prices, I'd probably be making 100 of them a year because it was like crazy though back then. Oh my Lord. So I guess Pops from Jar Python says that is what started it all for us. Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
What started it
Yeah.
for your family, Kayla?
What does he mean by that? Sorry.
What animal started it for your family? Like what, when you went and got it, I guess you got a cool animal, a pied or not a pied, a ball python, maybe a normal, anything, and then you saw something that's like, wow, we want to breed. What was the animal that made you guys really want to, start collecting and then getting into this?
We went to a reptile expo because my mom really liked the reptiles. So we ended up picking up. It was we still thought he was just gonna be a pet. His name is Ka. He was just a spider. He was a little spider male, and we still have him today. So. And then my dad started doing research on what the spider gene meant, and he's like, "Oh wow, this is so cool! This is so cool! I want to make this." And now, a couple years later, we're breeding. So
Oh, it's awesome. How about you, Austin? What was your favorite? What was the animal that got you really wanting to breed?
Well, my first pairing was I got bells.
Yes.
Of course.
Yes.
Yes, the bells, yes.
The
That's what
bells.
I was aiming for that at first, and then pieds as well.
Yeah, Pieds was mine. You know, out of the 7, you know, there was like, you know, albino, pied, genetic stripe, exanthic, and a few others. But when I saw the pied, I was like, wow, and even albino. It was just like, wow, these are insane. Never thought we could bring it to the level they are now, and the colors, the pattern, the combos. It's just incredible. Every year blows me away, you know. And it's like this year, I can't wait to see some of the people are already making crazy stuff out of the egg, and you're just like, oh my God, and it's just starting. Like we're just in. I mean, every time you're going to turn on your phone and look and scroll through Instagram, you're going to go, oh my God, look at this. And then you go, you know, oh my, what's that? Who's this? Oh my God. It's going to be crazy. And you're going to be doing this for the next 6 months. It's nuts. And then next year, it's crazier next year. And then 5 years from now, I'm going to be afraid to turn my phone on. I'm just going to open up and go, oh my God, like, what is that? Oh my God, I want that. You know, hopefully I can make some of it. Hopefully I can be one of the ones that I can, you know, people are looking at and going, oh my God, that's sick. Who's that? Billy's killing it again. And then, of course, you guys, you know, 5 years from now, I want to be looking at Miranda and Kayla and go, look at killing it. Look what they're making. Super cool. What's a project that you really, you're actually in now? That's something that, do you have one, or you looking at getting into something, a project?
Lightning pie.
Yeah, you and the lightnings. How about you, Kayla?
The Exantic Bell project. I've got a cryptic project I'm running.
Look at
I'm
this.
going. It was a firefly het scaleless, or not het scaleless, het clown or het cryptic scaleless head female. So
Damn.
I'm gonna do Krypton pairing, and hopefully, I'm going for some fully scaleless Kryptons, maybe, to prove her out. And then I'm going for a Trick Desert Ghost Pinstripe. So I've got an Enchi Lemon Blast female. I'm sending 2 Desert Ghost male, so I can just make some hets for a couple years.
Damn. You listening to this,
Wow.
Austin? I know.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, I love it. You know what the coolest thing is how old are you, Kayla?
I'm 11.
11. And she's spitting off like, oh yeah, but the blah, 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 like trick this, and put it to this. It's just so super cool because that's how like all of us adults talk. Blah, 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 blah. You got all the lingo down too, Miranda?
I'm getting there with that. I'm still learning and expanding all the genes.
It's crazy. And you know what the funny thing is in 2 more years, there'll be more stuff that we got to learn. We're always learning. It's nuts.
Yep.
Exactly.
But I mean, it's pretty cool, especially you guys being so young, that you guys are, you know, obviously you don't know this stuff because it wasn't born in your brain. You have to research it. You have to learn it. You have to, you know, research and see it and do things and be able to look at stuff and identify it. And you're going to get better and better. But I mean, it is so cool seeing you guys at such a young age just doing this. I think it's super cool. I love it.
So
Thank you,
much.
Billy.
It's super cool. Now, has anybody shit on you yet? Like, you know,
No.
Kayla must have had something. I think somebody wrote something on, it was one of your posts. I follow both of you, and one of your stories, somebody said something and it was negative, and you sort of give them a little blast, which was great because I think they needed it. I forget what it was. It wasn't too long ago.
I don't exactly remember it. I don't get too much hate, but sometimes every once in a while, like I'll get comments that by the fact that I feed live or this or that, but it's not much.
Oh, of course. You're always going to get that.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
I'm always gonna get it. So
Yeah, I forget what it was, but I know that you commented on it, and it was, I'm like, good for her, because she's right. I was on your side. But, no, do you ever have, I mean, here's the thing, too, is I know that a lot of people that are in the community are are there to support others, whether they're a big breeder, a small breeder, just starting out, and I think it's great. Is there anybody that you want to give a shout out to that has helped you besides your parents, like somebody that you could go to and that has actually, been there to answer your questions or give you some, guidance or anything like that?
Mutation Station.
Oh, of
Oh, my
course,
parents.
of
In
course.
Kurtwood.
In
Yes,
Kurtwood,
definitely
yes.
Kurtwood.
See, that's amazing. Huge shout out to Kurtwood. Is he in here? If he isn't, oh yeah, he is. There he is. Kurtwood, man.
He should be in here.
He is.
He's amazing.
That's amazing. That's what I mean. I love that. Big shout out to Kurtwood, man. That's amazing. I love it. I love that people can help, people that are learning, either, young or old, getting into this amazing hobby or industry, and people can, lend a hand, support. I think it's great. And, huge shout out to you, Kurtwood, for, helping them and guiding them and being there for them. I think it's awesome. Super cool, Just trying to read the chats. You guys getting so much love, man.
Man,
Hey?
it's insane. Everyone's saying positive things.
It's super cool, man. I think it's awesome. So
Yeah,
you guys don't look
community's
nervous.
amazing.
You guys not nervous is gone now? You guys good?
Yeah.
yeah.
I was
Good.
a little nervous, not anymore.
Good. Look at her smile. Miranda's just like, beaming, smiling.
I've been
Kayla,
when you asked me, I was so excited. I
Good.
just couldn't stop smiling.
that's good. Kayla has a wicked shirt on. You want to show it off, Kayla?
Oh, yes, I love this shirt. I wear it. Every time it's clean, I wear it. I love it so much.
Awesome. I gotta get Miranda one now. Did I not send you one yet?
No,
Nope.
not yet.
It'll be coming, don't worry.
Yay.
So now, earlier this year, I jumped on a live, one of your lives, separately. I just, one time, I've been on quite a few, but one time I saw you and I jumped on, and then another time I jumped on Kayla's. And you guys were so awesome. I offered you guys a free snake. Do you remember what yours was, Miranda?
A piebald.
A pied combo. Combo, not piebald. Pied combo. Come on.
Pied combo.
Milk it, baby. Milk it. Except the lightning piebald. Don't milk it that hard.
Dang it.
You can't milk it that hard. Come on. And do you remember, Kayla, what yours was?
It was a desert ghost or a hamster combo.
That's it, baby. Look at these guys. Sick. Super awesome. Yeah, I should have. Our season now is sort of getting off to a really quick start. We've got 29 clutches out. 7 have come out of the egg, so we've cut early. So we're basically sitting with around 22 clutches in the incubator. And what are we at? 92 gravid females still.
Wow.
Or
Wow.
No, because it was 90.
awesome.
It was 98, and we just had 5 or 6 out.
Okay.
So I think we had about 92, 93 gravid females, and we've still been pairing. So animals that have had at least 1 lock or more, 176 on top. It's nuts.
Wow, congrats, Billy.
It's crazy. So I'm gonna have a lot of stuff for you guys to pick.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it so much.
Yeah. So when you guys see it, it's like, holy crap! Did you see that piebald or that desert ghost thing? Message me right away. So I got you guys. I got you. Don't worry.
Thank you
Thank
so much.
you so much.
Austin's got how many clutches you hitting this year? Over 60, right? Or 60?
I'm aiming for over 60. Yeah.
So sick. So
18
sick.
up so far.
And next year you're gonna hit 100.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah, it's just
I hope
awesome. Yeah, and it's just how you do things. So, how much space do you guys have? Do you guys have a lot of space to grow?
Yeah.
Listen to
Well, I
Mom in
have
the
a rack in
background.
my room,
Yeah.
So what do you guys feel comfortable at as far as, say, breeder females? Where do you want to see yourself at breeding females in the next few years? Do you guys have a number yet, or you just want to, see where it takes you, or?
See where it takes me.
How about you, Kayla? You're probably, 55, but then you probably got to dial down, right?
I'm just gonna see where it takes me because I don't really know the exact number.
That's awesome. Do you see yourself? I guess that's not the really right question to ask. So now, have you had? I'll say this to Kayla because have you had any experience messaging people about selling snakes or people inquiring about snakes for sale? Have you got to that part in the industry yet?
Yes. Last year, again, since I had my first clutch, all the babies, I was planning on going to an expo, so I ended up selling them all on Instagram. So I kind of know the feel of selling them and then shipping them out.
Awesome. And how did you like that experience? Was it an easy one? Was it like, oh my God, some of this is painful, or was it pretty?
I found it really fun because I love seeing the animals that I produce going to good homes.
You get a lot of tire kickers?
No, I actually haven't gotten very many.
Oh, cool. Have you, Miranda? I know you haven't had any, but have you had any experience in messages or with your parents, emails that people buying or selling animals, or any experience in that yet?
Well, sort of yes and no with it because my parents have, but with our first clutch, we sold some snakes and stuff, but I haven't had that much experience.
Yeah, it's a part of the business that you have to do, obviously, and the more animals you have, the more time you really have to spend answering emails and dealing with people. And it's you'll see down the road, it's like, man, how do these guys do it? Like, this is crazy. It's a lot of work. People don't realize how much work it is.
Mm-hmm.
We got a super chat from Chad.
Billy, didn't you offer an animal to every guest? Kayla and Miranda, you two are equally awesome. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chad. Was that Richie?
Yep. Oh, my God. So let's get this out of the way. We got some achievements. Let's see. Ready? We're going to do this. Ready?
It's time for shoutouts of the week.
First clutch. There's so many. First clutch and some first egg cuttings. So newbies that are no newbies no more.
No newbies no more.
So no non-newbies. This is awesome. Congratulations to everyone. This is so cool. And I know a few people on this list, which is amazing. KPOPythons. They have 6 eggs from bumblebee to a normal. And they're being incubated by Kate Higgs and James Harper of H&H Pythons. Shout out for being great mentors. I love that. See that? That's so cool. I love people helping people. It's fucking so sick. Excuse my language. Damn, I love it. I get excited. I can't help it. PG only. Oops. Sorry, moms, dads. So that's good, man. I like that. That is awesome. So KPOPythons and H&H Pythons, man. Awesome. My man from Buckeye Morphs. A mocha harlequin times pastel granite.
Nice.
And then it says 2 question mark hatchlings. So I guess he hit something that's pretty crazy. 2 something hatchlings. I don't know, but congratulations, man. Then we got Edge Exotics. Banana times normal. They got 3 bananas and 6 normals. My man Andrew, Redwood Reptiles, LLC. First clutch ever. He's got a pretty awesome collection and growing. And, I talk with him quite a bit. And I love seeing him put in the work and social media and just joining the chats and doing things right. And, here he is, butter, leopard, het albino times albino. He hit 5 visual albinos, 1 leopard het albino, and 1 butter het albino. Killer odds. 5 visual albinos. And some of those have to be combos too.
It's an awesome person, and I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah. No, that is awesome, man. Andrew, that's amazing. And he's not going anywhere now because he did it. I mean, he's got these hatchlings out and he's on cloud 9 and he ain't going nowhere, man. Now it's just like, man, bring me more. I want more animals, more snakes. I want this 100 times a year. But I get to do it hundreds more than you do. Just joking. That's one reason why I like having, because it's like, man, it's just so cool. I want to imagine you could cut an egg every single day, 365 days a year, even on Christmas. It'd be amazing.
I want more.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I'm trying to get there.
Would be amazing.
Yeah, imagine every day. It's like, what do you got to do today? Oh, I got to go to the facility to do an egg cutting. Oh, yeah? Didn't you do one yesterday? Yeah, and the day before, and the day before that, and the day before that. So, but huge shout out to Andrew. And then, oh my God, Musical Pythons, another one. These guys are so sick. Here we go. Clown times VPI Snow. 7 triple hets. I wonder I hope he got like 2.5. I hope you were female heavy. But I love that. So, Musical Pythons, bam. Let's just do triple hets. Like, right off the bat.
That is awesome.
It's so sick. In for the long haul. I love it. See that? Building for the future. It's so sick. So awesome. Callie, KPOPythons. The one, my behind the scenes, I guess I have to call her my rock because without her, I would forget so many things. It's like, oh yeah. Or, she reminds me and then she's got to send me another reminder to remind me that I have to be reminded. Like, she's amazing. And, through everything she's been through, I think it is phenomenal. So her first clutch ever, okay? First clutch ever, okay? It was a pastel TSK exanthic female, okay? That's all it was. Pastel TSK exanthic female. And then she got a pied that was possible het TSK exanthic. All she wanted to do was prove out the TSK and hopefully make, TSK hets and double hets. That's all she wanted to do. Just double recessive. It's something she wanted to do. She bred it, and it turned out the mom was also het pied, and then the male proved out, and she actually hit lightning pied. Well, I can't call them lightnings because they're not MJ, but TSK exanthic pieds, and it looks like she hit a pastel TSK exanthic pied. Like,
oh my God.
What a first clutch. Yeah. What a first clutch.
That is awesome.
It's more than awesome. It's sick because, you know what I mean? There was a lot of stuff that went on, and it's like everything. She never gave up, took the hits, okay, and kept moving forward, and bam, like, wow. Like, that's... It couldn't have happened to a better person. I'm so happy for her, and it's just, imagine that. What was your first clutch? A TSK exanthic pied and a pastel TSK exanthic pied. Like, what the fuck? Really? Yeah. I mean, it's so cool. And not even expecting it, right? Like, oops, sorry. Thanks, Austin. Beep.
I got a super chat here.
I think you got a few, because I keep yapping. So you got to interrupt me. Say, hey, Billy, man, shut the up.
So we have one from Kane, and he says, how long do you wait after first shed before assist feeding a stubborn hatchling?
How long do you wait after first shed? Okay, so this is what I do. I always try, first thing, rat fuzzy. I do not do pinkies, rat fuzzy. Now, if it is a very, very small one, I've had eggs and animals come out at 28 and some twins, 50, 60. Obviously, a rat fuzzy is way too big. I'll try an ASF or a mouse hopper, something smaller to try to get its attention. I would do that for about a week or so. Maybe I can only get them weekly. So I would try every 3 or 4 days if you have access to them regular and see if they'll do that, change it up. But don't try offering something every day. You want to sort of try it 3-4 days later, try something else or do that. And then after 2 or 3 attempts, so within the first couple weeks, and there's other things too, like putting the little bit of vanilla on the back of the rodent or the food, and you can try that. But if not, I would assist feed within 2 weeks. And me personally, the reason why I do it, I think getting a strong food response as soon as possible is key. And a lot of people wonder, it's like, wow, Billy, how come your hatchlings are so big? It's because I really try to get them eating as fast as possible and a great food response. You may want to see what other people do, but for myself, try different size rodents. And people worry, it's like, oh, if I get them on ASFs, they'll never go back to rats. That's not true. I would say 95 or more % of the time, they switch back over. I've only had a few that are just like really stubborn. But that doesn't mean I don't keep trying to get it back over to rats. So you want to add to that, Austin?
Yeah, I just do 2-3 weeks. If nothing works, it's just always better to assist feed. You don't want to lose that hatchling, and assist feeding, even ASFs. ASFs are a great way to get them on, but sometimes they don't just take it. Assist feeding is the last option.
Correct.
But definitely try the ASFs. Even mice, sometimes they work too. So
have you guys have you guys ever had to do that or seen your parents do that?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. I used to have a little hatchling. We would assist feed her all the time. So.
Have you guys had experience? Have you tried doing that yet yourself?
No.
Oh well, you're gonna one day.
I've always been too scared to hurt the hatchling.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, that's a good point. I mean, you do feel like you're hurting it. I don't like the word force feed. I like assist feed. You know, people say force feed. Well, I'm not really forcing it. I'm assist feeding it. So you think about it this way, Kayla. It is a weird feeling because the snakes swarming around, they don't just lay still. They are doing it. Yeah. It does take some time. It probably is very stressful for them. But at the same time, too, the reason why I feel like I need to do it is the fact that if I don't, the animal will probably die. If it's not eating on its own, I feel that I have to step in and I have to do it. So it might stress the animal out. It may it's not really injuring it or hurting it, but I feel that for me trying to do that, and by doing so, I have saved so many animals from, starving to death, and they're doing well, and they eat on their own after usually, a couple times assist feeding. So I think it's necessary. So you got to sort of think about that. Yeah, it's very uncomfortable, and it's not easy, but here's why I'm doing it. It's in the best interest of the animal. And, unfortunately, you're going to have to do this, especially, the more and more animals you produce. It does happen, but, it is something that you should get some experience in. And, if you need, I'll walk you through it one day.
That would be awesome.
We got another super chat before we, I can't keep forgetting about it. I almost forgot all about this. See?
So you got Rodney at Black Sun Reptiles.
What about Lizard Bum?
Incredible guest tonight. The future is bright. And we do have
Lizard Mom and Beyond.
She didn't say anything.
Oh yeah. So you can't, but you can still give them a shout out. Shout out to Lizard Mom and Beyond, even though I didn't say anything.
She did say something a little bit lower.
I love Lizard Mom and Beyond. She's
awesome.
Amazing.
See, there you go.
She's one of those people where you can go and talk to her and she'll always be there for you.
Yes.
I love that support, man. It's amazing.
She did say something a few lines down. She said, I'm so happy when I see both of these girls. I know Lucy is going to mentor me when the time comes. Miranda too, LOL.
That's awesome. And Blake Thompson, just a donation. Shout out to Blake Thompson. And then let me just finish this off. So, once again, huge shout out to Kayla. Callie. Shout out to Kayla, Miranda, and Callie. So, it's so cool how her first clutch ever. It's, 2 Xanthic pieds, like so sick. Not even on purpose. So sick. I love it. So, you know what's cool? When you try to get into a project and you're making the double hats or the visual hat for a project in the future and it comes right away. It's so cool. There's no better feeling like it. You know? It's like you with your, your VPI Lucy. You know, you go to do it just to make hats, and then all of a sudden, oh my God, I hit it. This is crazy. It's just so super cool.
Oh, that would be so awesome.
It would be, yeah. I mean, you never complain when your animals have more genes or something, you know, you're trying to make in yours happens right away. I mean, it's super cool.
Yeah.
So there's a note from Callie. She says, make sure that you're subscribed to the Combos and Coffee podcasts. That's the link in the description. And she said, if I missed anyone, send a DM on Instagram and we'll get you added to next week. So that is Callie from KPOPythons, KPOPythons. And anything like that, she'll get you. And she's the one that gets all the lists for the achievements of the week. And we'll just bang this off really quick. 500 on Instagram, Southern Comfort Royals.
Nice.
Double that at 1,000 on Instagram. We got Cleveland Snakes. 2,000, double that, is Python Perfection. Oh my God. We have Amy.
Congratulations.
Yeah, Amy just did a shout out. We're going to do a super chat. We're going to do that next. But her man, I'm sure she's a part of it. Her and Sal from House of Gaia Pythons hit 3,000 followers on Instagram. Huge congratulations. And Putty Lane Pythons. This is crazy. It says here, just wow. And wow is like capital.
Wow.
Big wow with the exclamation point. And I don't know if you've heard this yet, but Putty Lane Pythons bred a big albino female girl. Yeah. An albino female girl. Oh my God, Billy. Oh boy. They're both the same. Anyways. And do you want to guess how many eggs she laid?
15.
How about you, Kayla?
15.
How about you, Austin?
13.
20. 20 eggs,
20.
yeah.
Wow.
20 eggs,
Oh
man.
my God.
Yeah, 20 eggs and one slug. All good veins. So 21, crazy. It's crazy. Like it's like when you see this thing, it's like, what the? I'm like, that's not ball python. It's like, yeah, it is. It's nuts. 20
How big is
ball.
the snake?
I think
Oh my God.
so still over 4,000 grams after she laid.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
That is huge.
And it was paired to an albino black pastel. So everything's going to be albino or black pastel albino. 20 eggs. So should have 10 of each, technically. But isn't that nuts? Like, that's crazy.
That is awesome.
20 eggs and a slug.
Congratulations.
Nuts.
My biggest clutch is only 11 so far. That's crazy.
No, 14.
Oh, yeah.
Last year, the big pied.
That's true.
Yeah, so my biggest clutch is 14. I've had a few 13s, quite a few 11s and stuff, maybe a few 12s, but 14's my biggest. 20, I was like, wow, it's just nuts. And then Artist of the Week, we have Art Fantasy Lab, Irina from Kursk, Russia, animal and reptile artist, digital prints, digital logos, custom pet portraits, prints on clothes, and she's on Instagram and Etsy. And everybody that I shouted out for the achievements, Artist of the Week, all your guys' info is in the description below. You can, hit links, follow, share, subscribe, do whatever. Just, do awesome stuff. So congratulations to everyone. But 20 eggs, isn't that nuts?
Yes.
20 eggs.
It's crazy.
That is nuts.
And a slug, so she could have laid 21. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Nuts. Wow. Oh, and someone here, David from Scales from the Crypt says, Max, didn't Liz just have 19 eggs? And a slug? Well, I don't know if that's... So Liz, I may think they're talking about KE Royal Reptiles, Liz. But that is crazy.
That's crazy. I
That's
can only
nuts.
imagine opening up the tub and then counting out 19 eggs.
I'm as I'm sitting here and I try to average like, well, if I get 7, 8, 6, 7, 8 eggs a clutch, and I'm gonna do 200 clutches. Oh, imagine having 20 eggs per clutch and 200. That's crazy. 200 clutches, 20 eggs, it's like 4,000 babies. What the? Wow, that's crazy. If I could average 20 eggs a clutch, I probably only breed 150 hatchlings. Oh my god. No, you can't breed any hatchlings, Billy. Okay, so you can't breed. Well, you probably can. They just won't do nothing. I wouldn't advise it. But see, I'm just mind blown. 20 eggs. I can't even fathom that.
That is just.
You'd need 2 tubs. You need 2 easy hatch or dragon hatch trays. You need 2 of everything. That'd be crazy. You know how long my egg cutting videos? And now on the 18th minute, we're on egg number 17, 3 more to go. It'd be nuts. I'd have to do it in like 2 stages. Tune in tomorrow so we cut the other 10. It'd be nuts. Oh, man. Wow, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So,
that's super tough.
Oh, go ahead.
Amy Giramonte, and she says, "Keep up the awesome work, ladies. Your passion shines through."
Ah, that's so sweet.
Thank you so much.
I think it's awesome. So, let's see. I have so many questions. I don't even know where to begin. Just reading the chat. Rachel from Red Bottom Python says, yeah, definitely help on the odds with that many. Imagine going for you know what I mean? 1 in 16, 1 in 6, quadruple head or triple head to triple head. You're definitely hitting a few visuals, you know what I mean? With that many eggs, that'd be super cool. That is nuts. What's Sal saying? $6.99. You know how many rats we can buy with that? Oh, Sal. Oh, boy. So, any questions? Come on. Shoot. Let's go, Miranda. Put you on the spot.
I actually have one for Billy.
Go ahead.
What started Mutation creation?
Well, at first, I wasn't even Mutation creation. I was actually called Incubated Incorporated. So I had a logo and everything else, and for the first probably 7 years, 6 or 7 years, I was Incubated Incorporated. And then I wanted to get into some other stuff. I actually ended up getting into some, green tree pythons, and I wanted to get into some other species that didn't lay eggs. I wanted to get into, some boas and stuff like that. So I'm thinking well, Incubated Incorporated is cool if I'm getting eggs, but if I'm having live births and stuff, it doesn't really fit. So then I started let me find something else, and it was tough. And then I came up with Mutation Creation. But when I came up with Mutation Creation, I was definitely in this, 4 or 5 years, maybe even 6 years before the name Mutation Creation came about. I was actually in this with the purpose of breeding and trying to, turn this into, a business, hobby business. So.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Any more questions? You got one now, Kayla. Come on, bring it.
Well, I know I see videos of your tarantulas, so I own 9 myself. So are you planning to breed them, or do you just own them for fun?
Well, I don't own them for fun. I own them sort of because I think they were cool. I've been terrified of them for so many years, where I wouldn't even they still creep me out a little, but I can see the beauty of them. Each one has its own little attitude. I've got a bunch of different species that, some like to stay underground, and they some are territorial, some climb, and it's cool because I sort of I'm getting used to and getting over my fear of them by having them there and looking at them. Now, I've only had one. So I think I've only had 3 or 4 times I've ever had one, a live one, that since I've owned them. I've had them crawl on me. So to me, I still want them, but not to touch. I want them to, even though there's a few that I could, I just don't feel the need. But I can appreciate them. They're there for me to enjoy, to learn about. I'm still going to learn the Latin names. It's really hard because that's what they go by, and knowing what's what. And it's definitely something cool. I enjoy them. Now, Austin, I got all females. Now, Austin has a few males, and he's like, hey, I got a male, and you got the female, and they're both breeding side. Let's do it. And I'm like, if you want to do it, cool. I'll help, I guess. I want to sort of see it, but from my understanding, if he puts his female in, his male in, and my female, eats them or, kills them or whatever they do. Sorry, Austin.
You gotta be really fast about it.
Yeah. So, I've never done it. I have no experience. I didn't purchase them for the intention of breeding. I don't think I ever want to, but never say never. But I know Austin has some males, and he's interested in doing it. And if he has to do it and use my female, I'd probably say, okay, cool, let's do it. You never know. There's some light. Let there be light.
Let there be light.
But there's a few you want to breed, eh, Austin?
Yeah. You want me to say them?
Well, if you want, yeah.
The GBB we have. Davis Pantaloris, I think it's called.
The Pantaloris, yeah.
Yeah. Some other ones.
But they're neat. So it's I've got different enclosures for them. I've set them up differently. Some have plants and they're all different looking, so they're not all unique. They're not all unique. Jesus. They're all unique. Yeah. They're all different, but they're all not unique. Like, what, Billy? Come on. So they're all unique, but they're different. Ugh. So, so it's something that I can look at. It's different, and I enjoy them. So it's something that, I come see every day. So in the morning I come in. First thing I do is I mist lightly, and I feed the fish in the paludariums. And then I look and see about, how Drake is doing. But Drake may be a female. So Drake's not really a cool name for a female. So I might have to change that. But and then I look at the spiders and stuff like that, and get online and do some things. I'm usually a few hours in the facility before the team comes in. So except tomorrow, Austin's coming in early so we can do a podcast. Right, Austin?
Yeah.
But they're neat. I like them. I think they're growing on me a lot more. It's funny how I think I have, about 30 or 30 plus. And, 6 months ago, I wouldn't even go near one. So I'm opening up and learning about them, and, it's different. And I've seen yours. I remember when you got yours in the car. I remember your car ride home, Kayla. It's like, oh my God, I got mine. I'm like, oh, super cool.
Got one.
So they're neat. But
They definitely are.
yeah, it's pretty cool when you throw the crickets and stuff in, and they go like this, and they just attack it.
It is. It's different than the snakes. It's really awesome.
It's neat. And I didn't know. I'm feeding them like one at a time, and Austin's like, no, man, throw a few in. It's like, no. And it's like, oh my God, they can grab more than one. I'm like, what the heck? See, I didn't know that. I was trying to feed one at a time and wait. Austin's like, what are you doing? I'm like, well, I'm waiting for it to finish. He's like, dude, throw them in. I'm like, why? And he goes, watch. And they keep grabbing them. I'm like, oh my God, super cool. So I got a lot to learn, but they're definitely neat. I may start handling, the one or two that, are very docile here. I've held them before. It's just, you know, I may not, but they're neat. I can say I've done it, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely a flex sometimes.
How about you, Miranda? Do you have any, you know, spiders, tarantulas, anything like that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Oh, geez.
yeah.
No.
Not your cup of tea?
We have 2 frogs.
Oh,
Pac-Man
what?
frogs.
Cool.
And
Mhm.
so do we.
What other animals do you have besides, or reptiles? Besides,
We have 3 dogs, 3 cats, 1 gecko, 1 bearded dragon, and then snakes and Pac-Man frogs.
cool. How about you, Kayla? What's over in the zoo there?
We got the 5 dogs. We got 2 geckos. We got a beardy. We got 2 frogs, the 9 tarantulas, and the 80+ snakes.
So sick. It's crazy how, like,
It's a lot.
no, it is. And the funny thing is, it's not enough. It's like we always want more.
Not enough.
Yeah, it's never enough. It's how crazy this is. It's just nuts.
Crazy. So what dogs do you guys have?
We have a pit bull, a chihuahua, and a wiener dog.
And a wiener dog?
Mhm.
A dachshund?
How about you, Kayla?
We've got a black lab. We've got a German Shepherd pit bull mix. We got 2 puppies. We don't know what they are because they ended up being rescues, and then a pit bull bulldog mix. So we like
cool.
the pit bulls.
Cool. There's a few people in here that are like, hell no to the spider.
I love them.
Yeah, they're really neat. I mean, it's funny because some of them, especially the ones that are that like to dig and stay underground, when they come out, but like, you know, you look at them, oh my God, they're out, and you get a little too close and you move, and they're like within a second, like they're super fast. Even Austin in the beginning, when we started, you know, with taking the lid off, it's like, you know, I'm like taking the lid off. It's like, dude, you gotta be wet. He's like, you know how fast they are? I'm like, no. And he's having like, these things are like, man, they teleport. Like they literally do. They're speedy. They're so fast. It's insane. You've had one get out, have you not, Elion? Elion. Oh my.
Lion did.
Elion did, yeah. That's why it came out, because I remember. But I'm asking you, and Elion, because I remember his got out.
I had one to get out for like 2 minutes. But
Now,
it was like on a table. It didn't go
Were you
off.
freaking out?
No, I was trying to be more cautious than anything.
Has yours ever taken a little bolt, Kayla?
No, thank God, because most of them are big and slow. I only have 2 babies at the moment, so hopefully that doesn't happen anytime soon.
Super cool. I'm just seeing what's going on in the chat still. You got to let us know what's going on in the chat, eh, Austin? Is anything cool? Any questions anybody wants to ask? What other questions you have? Come on.
I
Bring 'em.
have one. What advice do you have for us as young breeders?
Oh, I have so much advice. One,
Oh God, we'll be here for hours.
Yeah.
at least days. Come on, man. You know, take tomorrow off. The next day, let's start this, okay? Get comfy, girls. Let's do this.
All right.
There's so much. One thing is don't rush. You know, especially at your age, there's no rush. I've even done it. Trying to do things too quick, you miss a lot of the little stuff that's you know you don't think is important, and it's very important. You know, even at my size now, you know, we're not as efficient as we could be. We definitely are learning. You know, when I miss something, Austin will pick it up, or Cat, or Elion, and vice versa. But definitely no race, no rush. Work with what you're going to do and what you like. You know, stick to it. What you may want to do today can change tomorrow by seeing what someone else makes that inspires you, or says, "Oh my God, like that is amazing." And you know, don't think that you have to, you know, see something through. And I mean that like in a project. You know, if I'm, trying to do something with, say, like a yellow belly clown. Oh, I want to make ivory clowns and leopard ivory clowns. And then I see some crazy yellow, clown that has yellow belly. I'm like, wow, you know what? Oh, I can't really stop my, the clown project I wanted to do this. Yes, you can. So you're going to find yourself always adapting, changing, modifying what you're doing. There's nothing wrong with that. And I think you're going to find out that you're going to do that a lot more than you even think. And I've done it with, you buy a mail and it's like, this mail's going to this and this is what I'm doing. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, I have this mail. This is a better pairing. I could make this and this. Oops, sorry, mail, you're not going to her. So you're always changing, adapting, and learning as you go. Don't listen to other people, especially negativity. I've dealt with that so much, and it sucks. It does affect you. I don't care how tough or how badass you think you are, or like, oh, nothing phases me. It does at some point. People pick away. It does get to you. Just don't let it. And if it does, shake it off. Because there's always going to be negative people out there. There's always going to be people with their own opinions, and I encourage people to have their own opinions. Just don't jam it down everyone else's throat. You can have your opinions. You can do things your way. Don't jump on me for doing things a different way. What's that, Kayla?
I was just saying, it's exactly like you have your own thing that you do, and we all have our different ways. It doesn't mean that we should all do it the same way.
Mm-hmm, definitely. And I just think that so many people, especially now, and with social media, they feel like they have to have these professional racks. They have to have this. They have to do this. You don't. You don't have to, produce what I do or Justin does or Ozzy or Garrick DeMai, or there's so many amazing breeders out there that are making crazy stuff. You don't have to make the same thing. You can change it. You can go after different things. Oh, I have to have clown because, Justin's doing it. But do you like clown? No, but that's what everybody likes. But why are you doing this for everyone else? Do it for what you like. Like, just, do that. And I think if you're happy creating stuff that you want to do and doing things that you're happy, that excites you, you don't care what other people are making because that's making them happy. You're doing this because it makes you happy, and that's what people lose sight of. I got into this to do certain things, and I got into this to do this. Well, why am I not still doing it? That's why I got into it. So. Oh, my God.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Rogue River Reptiles. Oh, what a dig.
Yeah, Rogue River Reptiles. Best advice I can give y'all is don't trust Chris Hardwick videos. Some good advice.
That's dig. Oh, such a dig. It's true, but it's such a dig. Love it. Oh, savage, my man. Shane, savage. Oh, boy.
Oh, look at the chat.
What the...
This guy's from India.
Okay.
Yeah. 4 times.
Let's see if he keeps going. Oh, do I see High Desert Pythons? Is he in here?
Yeah.
Oh,
hey, Antoine's here. Awesome, man.
Oh, hi, Desert. Hello.
I'm
Oh,
gonna block that guy, Billy.
CR, huh?
He's spamming.
Oh, I mean, what's wrong with these people? An hour and 40 minutes, he decides to come in and spams. Hey, fool. We can read it once, guy. Oh, here's another one. How do I even block him?
You go click on his name. And then on the side, you see where there's 3 dots? It's 5:49 in India right now, in the morning. I don't think this guy's from India. But yeah.
Probably not. So let me just see. 1 second, guys. Dun, dun, dun.
Everybody just take your time and report him. And put spam.
So it says remove. Bye-bye.
Adios.
I think I did it. That's the first time I've done it. Let's see if it works. See, I just learned something new today, too. I just learned how to block someone. Usually Elion's on the other table going, I got it. Bam. See ya.
Scouts from the crypt said it's Hardwick. It's believable. It only started after.
Oh, hey. Yeah, you know what? It could be.
Wait, he's still going.
Is he? Hang on. Yeah.
Just keep her block reporting this guy.
No, he's gone.
He's still going for me.
I just hit remove. Oh my God, he's still here. But now I can't see him because I removed them. This is just, I hit remove on my phone and it removed from my phone. Maybe I shouldn't have hit remove. You told me to hit remove.
No, I didn't see. Report him.
Okay. Hide user on this channel.
100%. That's what you put.
Okay. Now he should be gone. The user's messages will be hidden. Okay.
Have a good night, Chris.
Bye. So, unless he keeps putting up, I don't know. See what I mean? You have two awesome ladies on, having a great conversation, and there's always got to be one of those people. Can't use the word I wanted to, but hey. So, you guys get any crappy, stupid messages? No?
Sometimes.
It's just crazy, you know, especially when you're posting about something, and that's the thing is there's so much things that you can do and post that other people won't like. Cool, well then don't look at it.
Exactly.
Move on. Like people have nothing better to do than, oh my God, look at this person. That's like me going and seeing somebody with a species that I have nothing about, you know, like crocodiles. I know what they look like. You know, I'm pretty sure. Actually, I don't even know if I can. I'm pretty sure I can tell the difference between a crocodile and an alligator. But you know, that's probably commonly mistaken. Maybe, I don't know. I'm who knows. But if I see one and someone's doing something, I'm like, oh, you're not supposed to do it like that. How the hell do I know? Like, why am I going to tell you that actually has and owns the alligator or the crocodile who is housing it, who's feeding it, who's growing it up, who's, you know, how am I supposed to tell you you're doing it wrong when I don't own one? I know nothing. So why are you giving me your opinion? You shouldn't do that. That's not healthy for the animal. And how do you know this? You know? Oh, well, because I heard or I saw it on a movie. Like, you're an idiot. Why did you even post? Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. Is the chat still moving?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Any more questions, ladies?
I don't really have many.
Because you know everything. I have to
Yeah.
come to you now.
I have some. I have some.
Keep them coming.
Okay. How many new genes have you found in your collection and or named?
I think I found like 2 or 3. One has never been able to. I see something cool in the hatchlings, but I think it's like 6 years, and we just like, okay, there's something cool, and I don't know what it is. It's gone. So
There's no super though. That's why.
yeah, there's no super or anything. So I haven't really worked on it, but I still have some adults in my collection with it. So nothing crazy, nothing to like, you know, make a name for. Then there's a couple others that I'm working on still. I'm just trying to see if there is a super. And if that's the case, then we haven't made a name yet. And then there's another gene that we've popped out that we can definitely see it, and we have it in multiple different combos. It's just seeing if there's a super and what it can do, and then we'll definitely name it. But to this date, I've never had one that I've made a lot of world's first with combos, but never had my own gene which would be nice. I would love to have something like that. But if not, I'm still happy. I mean, I still make amazing stuff. I love what I'm doing. I love seeing what other people are doing with some of the stuff that I have also to inspire me or even, stop me from doing the pairing. So.
Billy,
Next.
since you like the monsoon, is there a gene you would like to add to it? And what would hold on to
Don't be nervous. Breathe. It's all good.
since you like the monsoons, is there a gene you would like to add to it that would enhance it further?
I definitely want to see what the pied looks like. Monsoon pied. I've got leopard. I think like ultramel or lav would look crazy.
Ultramel for sure.
Yeah, of course, ultramel for sure. Something like that, just to see what the contrast would be in it. I'd love to see something like GHI, something like that, to see, a dark morph, to see if it changes the pattern. But I think right now I definitely want to see pied. Then like an ultramel lav, something to bring some color to, color contrast, see what that looks like. And then something dark, GHI with a pattern. I would love to see Enchi as well, see what that does, if it does anything. But I'm excited to see myself and what other people are doing with it, because now a lot of other people are taking it and have it, and they're breeding it into different things. And you're going to see a lot more combos in the next 2 to 3 years come out going, oh my God, that's crazy. And hopefully, it gets me to take my monsoon stuff to a different direction also, or a different path. So I'm excited to see what people are doing with that and where it can go. Black Smoke Reptiles says, I'm the guy from India.
I know you do a lot of Desert Ghost and Enhancer stuff. So is there any differences that you see between Desert Ghost and Enhancer besides how they breed?
Take it away, Austin.
Yeah, there's some differences between the two. Some people say there's not, but consistently, like, we can compare them, and we just notice Desert Ghost tends to have a head stamp where it's really blushed out, but still have a really dark head. And then the Enhancer version has a pure blushed out head, and there's no darkness, no stamp. It's just all blushed out. It also has a lot more creamier tones. The Desert Ghost is more like
black tone, darker tones.
It's very dark. And the Enhancer loses some of those dark tones, but it's a lot brighter in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. It's just one of those things where I'm keeping it separate for another year. I think I have a pairing that I mixed them together, but I like keeping it separate because I can see the difference. And then down the line, and there's so many, like, I've seen some incredible Desert Ghost stuff. Just like, wow, you sure that's just DG stuff? And then I've seen stuff that is like, polymorphism, the combos and the quality of animals that it was bred into. Who knows? But I see a difference. A lot of other people do, and we'll see where that goes. And who knows?
You got 2 super chats.
Oh, there it is. Mine was frozen. So
We got one from Jason at Morphology, and he says, "What's up, y'all? How is the snake world treating you?"
Snake World is always treating me good. Yeah, it's awesome. I love being in it.
Then we got Garden State Dinos, and he says, "King Austin is a G. Light it, don't fight it. LOL."
Oh boy.
Billy, I have another question for you.
Shoot, take it away.
Is there a gene you would like to add to your collection?
I'm pretty
You don't
sure he
have?
has everything.
Yeah, no, I
That
don't.
you don't have.
Yeah, there's a lot that I don't have. Bambino.
There you go.
Yeah, I will add Monarch just to see, for different contrasts with different projects. I definitely wouldn't be, because I have a lot of Ultramel, but Ultramel is concentrated in some key areas. I would take the Ultramel and keep doing what I'm doing, and still, I still want to take Ultramel to different levels. And I know Austin's doing some stuff, and there's a lot of other people doing it. I'm just trying to think. I think Monarch I want to take in a different direction, so that I'm not making the same and comparing it. Some stuff I might make the same because I like it better, but I want to see what other people are doing with it. But to me, I like Ultramel for what for what the projects I'm doing. But then I've never seen a Monarch version. But I definitely will get it because it's definitely night and day. They're not the same. They're going to do different things. So it's definitely something that I definitely want to get into. And then I guess the last gene would probably be, I've got a bit of it, but I probably want more, is lace. I want more lace.
I love the lace gene.
Good one.
It is awesome. So
Especially with the yellow belly complex stuff, it's awesome.
it's crazy. That sold me. I'm like, oh my God. My pastel super lace yellow belly, it's stunning. It's so,
It is.
oh my God. I just love it. I can't stop looking at it sometimes.
I know my parents are doing a project where they're going for a white lace yellow belly ghost for the world's first. So it's definitely a nice gene to work with.
Yeah, definitely. Next question, Miranda. Come on. Bring it. I know you got it.
Is there anything you wish you had known before you started the whole snakes and breeding and all that good stuff?
There's a lot. But one thing that I can compare to now, I wish I knew the potential of this industry, of the genetics 20 years ago. I would have concentrated on the long game a lot sooner, instead of, but then doing that, even now I have to create a certain amount of animals to sell at different stages, wholesale, the first person's, pet snake, new breeders, different levels, where I can't just come out with everything's 10,000 and up. Now I probably could get away with that because there are so many bigger breeders out there and stuff. But to get here to where I am now, I couldn't have just sat for 10 years making these crazy projects that one day will be amazing. I'd have to sell stuff off, and back when we first started, you said, hey, I got a single gene, triple recessive, or triple het, possible quad het. They'd look at you like, no, thanks. I'm not buying it. We didn't have the vision. It's like, no, but you have a super enchi OD. Like, nope. That's what people wanted because they could breed it to their stuff and make more of it to sell. The mindset, the mentality of the future, many people didn't think there was a future in this industry. It was dying. It was like, it's overpopulated. It's oversaturated with animals. The more genes you have, it's gonna have, genetic defects. And no one saw the long game. No one saw like, hey, you know what? If you do this, look what happens when you hit it and stuff. And I've been doing that sort of, for the last 7-8 years. Since 2011 and 12, making double and triple hets. I've got a lot of animals that are visual triple recessive males. I got a lot of triple het and I got a few quads now for next year that are breeding size and proven breeders. So I put myself in a good position to where the industry's leading to. But do I even have enough? No. Like, I wish everything in my rack was like, double visual, double head. But, one day,
One day.
Yep, one day. Got another super chat? Actually, we got a few.
Another one, actually. Jason from Morph Mythology Reptiles. Champagne Monsoon, which pattern will overpower? I'm going to say Champagne.
Champagne. Yeah, I would too. But that's a good one. Imagine Champagne Monsoon is nuts. Like, it's okay because I got a lot of it. It's definitely going into Monsoon sooner than later.
Yep.
We got another one too from Corey.
Corey Benecki, or Benek. Hello to some of my favorite people. Billy, love that you are having two amazing people in the younger generation on the podcast. Keep it up, guys.
For sure. Oh, Codex Reptiles, man. My man.
Jeez. Hello to all. Jay at Codex Reptiles. I hope everyone's season is going well. Quick shout out. 1, Chuck at Veteran Exotics. 2, to Mark at M-Tip Reptiles.
Cool, man. Shout out to Chuck and Mark. And to Jay. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
No, it's super cool how the hobby has evolved, and we're still getting a lot of hate for people being on lives or having doing stuff when they don't have experience, or but we all started at the same place. We all I don't think you need to show success in order to have a voice or to have an opinion or to do things like, Kayla's had some clutches, but Miranda, you've never had a clutch. But it doesn't mean you're not learning, you're not working. You can't, share an experience that you've had. Like, somebody comes up to you that's younger and it's like, hey, Miranda, I don't want to talk to a big breeder because they scare me and I don't even think they'll talk to me. But, I have this animal and I try to do this and whatever the situation is, you could say, well, you know what? I've never done that, but I've seen my parents do it. Or actually, you know what? I've done that and this is what we've done. You still can share your story, and so can everyone else. Everyone has their own opinion and they can share their opinion. They can actually have their own thoughts and share their own experiences. And not everybody will feel comfortable reaching out to me or even trying. They could feel comfortable reaching out me, Justin, Ozzy, but we're just too busy to answer the phone. And, they can have access to younger breeders or newer breeders that they feel comfortable, because if someone says, hey, I did this and this, and I'm like, wow, I haven't had that in like 17 years. Let me try to remember, because that experience for me was so long ago, where you guys being new, you're doing something that is fresh for you, and you can share that with someone that's going to experience it now, where I did it 17 years ago, trying to remember, like, what did I do back then? And I'm trying to remember with all this stuff that's in my head. What did I do then? I don't know. Let me look on some pictures and let me get back to you. So I think it's great for people to, mix and share stuff and unite and support at any level, even if you're new. I'm sure he's here, or if he's not, Elliot Perez, man, like, the guy doesn't even own a snake and he's here supporting people, liking, commenting, and I mean, I think that is amazing. And like, if someone's like, that guy doesn't know anything and he's always on there supporting people, and your point is like, and that's negative. Like, how is that negative? He'll probably
positivity.
Yeah. He'll probably never buy a snake. So why waste my time with this guy? Because he's not gonna, support our industry financially. So people's mindset to that is, if someone isn't buying snakes, you don't have time for them, or they're no good for our community. That's fucking horseshit. Did I say? Yeah. Sorry, guys. It really is. It's like, you know what? If you only think you should be able to support people that are financially supporting you, you got the wrong mindset. You're not going to do well, because it's so much bigger than you. It really is. It really is. Someone supports someone else, and they go buy a rack from ARS, and ARS does something else, and someone goes buys cocoa, from Jesse, and Jesse's doing this, and this person's doing that, and it all keeps going back. And what does it do? It keeps our community growing. It's not like, oh, you know what, I have no time for you because you don't spend money with me. Shitty attitude. You can have it, but I guarantee you it's not going to give you much success. You're going to have a close-knit circuit where you hope those people don't, smarten up and leave because there's better things out of that little circle that you guys are in. And it's not always about you. And I can help people. And if they get bigger than me, I'm not going to cry because I'm happy doing what I'm doing. I'm doing well. I can't even make enough stuff. So, I'm the type of person that's like, hey, Billy, do you got any of that? No, but guess what? They do. I'd send you to my customers or to people that are bigger than me or people that are supplying me. I would share that because it helps our industry. It's definitely something that is beneficial. And these people that have that me, and us, it's not good. And that's just my opinion. And you know what? I've been there. I've seen it. I've been in those circles. I've got out of the circles. I've seen where the circles are to this day. Not many circles are still around. It's a different mentality. And I really think that, people should be at any, comfortable at any stage in this industry or this hobby. I listen to someone that doesn't even want to breed, that has 20 animals, because I could probably learn something from them. They have 20 animals, and how do I know I cannot learn something that they've had that I've never experienced? I can learn from anyone. Yeah. Why is Austin smiling?
Look what Paul said. Going back to all caps.
Oh, God. Oh, Paul.
Hello from India.
Oh, my God. Wow. It's hilarious. So, now, you're both pretty, comfortable on camera. Do you see yourself down the road doing YouTube or stuff like that? Do you see yourself doing stuff like that? Or is it something that you want to do, or something that it's like, hell no, I just want to do with my snakes and, just do my own thing and not show everybody? Or is it something that you think that you probably will get into?
It's something I will probably get into.
And you, Kayla?
It's something I want to get into maybe, but I don't want to do too much because it's a lot to handle already without animals, but maybe someday. Cool.
Well, you're going to have to, because it's going to, you're going to have to give vet advice and stuff like that when you're a vet, We'll have to, you know what? That's a good question. I'm not sure. You're going to have to message Kayla because she's a vet. She knows more than I do, which is going to be awesome. I can definitely say that one day. I know I can say that because I'll never be a veterinarian because it's not in my, in my goals or my wants. So, if I've reached out to people that are veterinarians and stuff that, and I've even had people that I've reached out to, or they've reached out to me, that have done stuff or been in a situation that I'm in, and they've given me some to help me with the stuff I've been in. I mean, pretty cool. But, one day, Kayla, you will know more and have, in a different realm, right? You'll have, what you are going to be and what you want to do. You'll know more than I will ever in my lifetime because you're doing a different path. And just because you're sitting here now at 11 years old, and I've been doing this for 20 years, doesn't mean I know more than you. It's crazy. I might know more of you now than some things, but there's things that I can never achieve or learn where your path has taken you. So don't listen to people shitting on you, or you know what? The best thing is when someone shits on you now, 5 years later, message them back when you've done it or you're something else and see where they are. I'm pretty sure with a person like that, 5 years later or 10 years later, you watch where you are and watch where they are. They're probably in the same spot, still commenting and being, a shit disturber, negative. And meanwhile, you're like, wow, really? I'm 18. My collection is twice as big as yours. Like, what, dude, really? You were giving me shits, 7-8 years ago? Wow. You should have put that time into, doing something for you. Like, it's really true, It's really true.
Yeah, definitely.
So, I know you got another question, Miranda. Come on, hit it.
Are there any jeans you wish you had less of in your collection?
Oh yeah.
Well, I have one sunset, and I wish sunset doesn't do anything for me. Same thing with red exanthic. I've got a few. I never purchased them. I got them in a collection. And I'm like, I might as well get a pairing out of it. Not my favorite. I haven't really seen anything that drives me nuts. There is some cool combos, but it's not for me. Just like, freeways. They're not for everybody. I love them. Some people love clown. I love clown. Some people can't stand it, and, it's preference. Sunset and HRA, red exanthic, hasn't done anything in what I like, what I want to do. But then again, I'm trying to get a few things, and I want to see what it does in the future, because I've seen, stuff that's come back from the dead and be a key part of stuff, like a gene that was like, you couldn't give away. It's like, oh, hey, yeah, with your package, I'll get, no, I don't want any of that. Come on, I'll give it to you for, no. And now it's like, they're charging 5 times, and people, you can't even have enough of it. It's crazy. So it's really neat. But that being said, Brad Boa just, nailed a crazy sunset banana combo. I think it's sunset banana. I don't know. It's just crazy looking, And then Brian Cusco has always made cinnamon enchi sunsets, which, to me was probably, one of the ones that I did like. But you never know, Sunset Monsoon could be crazy. Sunset Pied could be nuts with some combos. You never know, right? But right now what's out there, it doesn't make me want to just, go buy into the project. And I think that's what's cool about this is if people are out there in a project, and you love it, then who cares what I say? Who cares what other people say? Love it. And you know what you do? You work on that, and you find that combo that makes us all go, damn, man, was I sleeping on that? Why didn't I buy more sunset stuff now? Let me go look. Holy crap, it's 3 times the price now. Okay, let me buy some like a moron. I should have bought it a month ago or a year ago or 2 years ago, and you'll be in that position because you'll shit on something for so long. But I don't shit on it. I just don't like it for my collection. If you like it, I don't want people to like everything that I do. I want people to have their own likes. I want to have it where, I don't like the freeway, Oh, cool, I love it. I don't want to have everyone liking exactly what I do. And I like knowing that other people like stuff that I hate. I think it's great. I think it's healthy. And I think we need to do that, And I can sit there and shake their hands and be awesome, not like, oh, my God, you like sunset? Oh, my God, I can't talk to you. Oh, you're a piece of crap, and like fight with them and always like, it's just the stupidest mentality you could have,
You got 2 super chats?
Okay, shoot.
Florida Born Exotics. Hi, Billy. Thank you for all you guys do for the reptile community. You've been a huge inspiration to my wife and I. We have had 8 clutches this year so far,
wow.
with a total of 42 eggs, all because of listening to you. Thank you.
Oh, see, that's amazing. See,
that's like 5 or 6 eggs a clutch.
Awesome.
Yeah, I love stuff like that. It's not all because you listen to me. It's what you did, and maybe I motivated you or I excited you to do this. But you got to take the credit for that. I just love that I can do what I do, and Austin, and we love what we do. We get excited, like, oh my God, oh my God, you think what I hit? Like Austin came in, it's like, I think I hit this, and he's flipping through his phone. We get excited doing this. This is what we love to do. And if we can just be ourselves and put our time in and share stuff and help people do better and guide them and stuff like that, and I can excite people to buy an animal or to get into this industry or push themselves or get them over or by being positive, I love that I can do that. I love it. And give people shout outs and have people on that, may not get any recognition, and here's the thing. You guys in 2 years could say, you know what, this isn't for me. You know what? I discovered boys, who knows? You know what I mean? Mom and dad are going, what the hell, Billy? No, don't say that. But you never know, right? It's like, you could, end up going professional swimming and all your time's gone to swimming and stuff, or you get back into racing horses or riding horses and that takes up all your time and you never know what tomorrow brings, right? So, right now you're on, I'm a pretty popular guy. People watch, people know who I am in Austin and amazing people in the chat. You guys are on here. Yeah, it's not an honor. Just, you guys are awesome. It's an honor for me to have you guys on because you know what? You guys are the future. But guess what? In 3 years from now, you can change your mind. You may not want to do this, or you could do this and fail and say, you know what? I can't do this anymore. You know what? You don't know. But you could be here in 10 years and have something bigger than Mutation creation. You never know. You know what I mean? You don't know. And don't ever think that you can't. You never know. Life can change in a minute. Like, you never know what tomorrow brings. You always aim for the future, but you got to, like I said, you got to change, adapt, modify. It's not set in stone. The path is, that's where I want to go, but it doesn't mean it's going to be a straight line either. I mean, Austin's seen some of the stuff I've had to go through. Like, oh my God, like how do we do this? And let's do this way. And, we should have did that way. Oh, well, but we still get there, and we're still learning. There's so many, just the way we're breeding this year, we're getting better results, So another super chat, I believe.
Yep. Kurt Wood, Ballpythons. And he says, thank you, Billy and Austin, for taking the time to showcase these amazing girls.
For sure.
Thank you, Kurt.
Oh, thank you, Kurt.
See, that's awesome, man.
And then we got Celtic Balls with this really cool sticker. And then we have Rogue River Reptiles. Keep your focus on your own future and keep doing what you love. Can't wait to see what Miranda and Kayla produce in the future. Keep your heart into it.
Awesome.
Thank you.
100%. And it's like, you shouldn't be forced to think that you have to do this. Like earlier, like, I think I want to keep it as a hobby for now. Great. Who says you have to turn it into a business? Who says you have to have 100 pairs of breedings and clutches a year? You don't. Do what you feels comfortable, grow into it, learn. There's no race. But, the more animals you have, the more you got to take care of. The more you got to, the more problems can come, like assist feeding. The more you're going to have to, work and keep them, the husbandry right and feed, and the cost goes up. And then when you sell them, more pictures to take, more posts, more messages. Holy, like sometimes I think that's more work than actually feeding and breeding. It's like, oh my God, like this is the real work, trying to sell the animals. So another question. Let's go.
How do you decide to keep a male versus a female? For example, a male lightning pied and a female lightning pied.
Okay, it depends where I'm at. So if I'm producing lightning pieds, obviously I either have a visual, I have double hets, Billy, pied het MJ or MJ het pied. So I already have some. Now, depending on what I have, I want to also see how do I expand that in the future. So if I have one male that got me there that is, a pied het MJ exanthic, well, now if I hit a visual male, I want to keep him back, and I would keep the male back for another year just in case that guy didn't come to size. But eventually, that new lightning pied male is now going to be my new breeder. Now, if I already had one that was my male, that was my proven breeder, then I would be trying to make one like I have now. I have a Mojave pied het MJ. I've got a few combos. I've got a pastel Enchi, orange dream, yellow belly pied het MJ male. So, you know what I mean? He eventually is going to make me a 2, 3, 4 gene lightning pied male, which I'm going to hold back. But most of the females I want because I actually want to take that and now put it into clown. So down the road, I'm actually making some animals this year. So down the road, I want to have a bunch of MJ lightning pieds females in my rack because I should have an MJ lightning pied clown male. And now, you know, I breed him to them, and now everything's lightning pied het clown. And then now it's hold those back. So it depends on where you're going and what you want to do. It's always key to have females more than the male, but if the male is something that can replace your male down the road and it's stronger, or say, for example, like right now, DG clowns, enhancer clowns, DG pieds, enhancer pieds, I have a visual male. I wish I had 3 because I can take him to, you know, I can put those 3 animals, those 3 males, even though they're the exact same, into multiple females. Where everyone wants it. The demand is high. The supply is low. I can't run one male into 12 females the first year, but I can run 3 males into 3 or 4 females and still get the same results. So it all depends on what you want to do, where you're going, what you're, you know, you also have to look at the space. You know, oh, shoot, now I got to keep this. That's a whole new project. Well, I got to have at least 20 spaces in the next 2 years for these animals. You really got to think ahead, you know, because every animal you hold back that's a different project, it brings back animals that you're holding back for 2 to 3 years, the long game. You won't go wrong with it, but you've got to be able to put the time in. You got to put in the money to keep feeding them to get to the time that they can breed. But if you have multiple, you know, strong projects that are built properly, you're not going to do wrong with either one of them. You know, if you have 5 of them that are built properly and they all do well and you get the great results and you make great money and holdbacks, if you had 20 of them, if you followed the same, you know, example of those 5, you're just going to have 4 times the amount of success. And I do that on a multiple level. But I could always be better. I could always have better pairings, better odds, more males, better males, stronger females. It's a game where you're always upgrading. You're always playing chance. You're always trying to do better, trying to think and go for the long game. There's no easy way to do this. But you know what? It's fucking fun doing it. You know what I mean? It's really fun, you know? So that's why I love it. Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Miranda. I know. Shoot away. Comes with the questions.
What are your thoughts about split clutches and how do you decide who gets what?
Yeah, like I touched on earlier. So example with Austin, we did what, like 6 pairings last year together?
I think we had 7 clutches together.
So 7 clutches together. So basically because my male was pretty much stronger and more expensive than his female. You know, we split 50-50, 60-40, whatever it is, but I usually get first pick. So when we did that, there was like 4 or 5 clutches where I was like, oh, cool, I got this one. I want this one. And Austin's like, I guess I'll take this. It's like, you know, but then there was one where we hit the leopard orange ghost clown male. I don't even have one. But I've got a male breeder, you know, that's het. So I can still make some. Plus, I kept a bunch of females back. But because I, you know, did a lot better in the 4 or 5 other clutches, I said, here, Austin, you take the best one. So, you know, even though technically I could have said, I'll take this one. But that's just something where, you know, you can't always win, right? You know, and if I took it, Austin couldn't say, oh, Billy fucked me, or excuse me, screwed me over. Oh, my God. No, because, you know, if he explained that to people, hey, it's like, well,
it's proper, yeah.
It's proper, yeah. It just sucks that the odds came out. Yeah, it just sucks for you. But I saw that, and I'm like, hey, dude, you know what? You need this more than I do. I have a lot of it. Like, I've got leopard, clown, het, ghost, like 1,200 gram females. Like, I got a few of them. I got, you know, so it's like, man, by keeping this animal and not giving it to Austin, is it really going to, you know, I'm not breeding the leopard to the leopards. Like, I'm going to have so many where it's like, man, I have so many leopard ghost clown combos. Why did I hold so many back? Like, that's what I'm going to say. Well, probably not, but I could say that. But, you know, to me, seeing where I know where he's going with the project, where I'm already at, I don't have to win and beat him up in this one, even though I have the right to. So you just got to get into a breeding loan with somebody someone's always going to get the wrong end. You know, you're not going to get, oh my God, it's a 2.4. You get one animal, one male, and I get one male. You get two females, I get two females. And they're all the same gene. This was perfect. It doesn't happen like that. You know what I mean? You're going to get one amazing animal and the other 6 suck. And it's like, okay, I take this one. And I've even had a clutch with the Reptile Ward. And I've done it, and I'm like, dude, you know what? Take the whole clutch. And it's like, you sure? It's like, yeah, you know, if you sell some animals that you don't want, just, you know, hit me up. And, you know, I don't need to get animals that I have at breeding size, and it benefited them more. And I've done that where it's, you know, I don't always have to benefit, you know, but if I did, you know, Austin couldn't, he could feel crappy and say, this sucks, I'll never do it again. But I didn't screw him over. But at the same time, too, I won 4, 5, 6 clutches. You know, why can't I give him one, even though I have the right to? It's just a thing where, I mean, I want to see him do well. You know, would I love to have a visual leopard ghost clown breeder male in my racks? Yeah, but you know what? He's got it. Do you think he's pissed that he has that? No. Do you think he'll not do another breeding loan with me down the road? You know what I mean? And I know, you know, by teaching by example, if we ever do something, he'd go, hey, Bill, I know you need it more for your project, and you'll take. It's a two-way street, right? But it sucks doing it because someone always feels like they got the crappy end. And that's just how it is. Unless you're breeding lightning pied to lightning pied, everything's lightning pied. But don't do that, man. Do something better for the future. You know what I mean? So... Come on, Kayla, give me a question. You know.
Come on, Kayla.
I have the power to block you, right? Come on. Putting you on the spot here.
Are there any genes that you suspect could be allelic, but you just haven't been able to prove out yet?
Say that one more time.
Are there any genes that you suspect that could be allelic, but you just haven't been able to prove out yet?
Not real. I mean, you have any in mind, Austin?
Already Cypress spot nose.
But that we don't know 100% though. I thought Justin.
We're trying to prove. She said that we're trying to prove those.
Yeah. I actually thought Justin did that, or mentioned it in a video. I've hit some. I've got some. I've got a Cypress spot nose clown male that's breeding. So. I've bred him to like 7 animals. So I'm going to have, you know, if I make a Cypress spot nose out of that clutch, then obviously it's not allelic. But if I make only spot nose and I only make Cypress and I make no normals, then I can say that, hey, here's something that I found, and it's a good probability that they are.
And then interstellar reptiles, a good one, Monsoon and Moray.
Oh, yeah, very good. I believe they're the same.
Oh, yeah.
So I have a pastel stranger Moray, and I've got a lot of visual Monsoon females and a bunch of 100% hets. So I'll definitely be, testing that one out next year, maybe later this season, depending. So, I'll let you know that one too. You know, if it is. If not, I've got a bunch of double het Moray Monsoons. So it would sort of suck, you know, double het for something that makes the same looking animal. So
that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
It's like double het lavender, albino and albino.
Yeah. So I don't know. Look at the silence. No, I know. She's just itching to scream. Probably got like a book. She's flipping through the book. Question 36. Question 37. I only got 50, Billy. Meanwhile.
Miranda, how many questions do you have?
In total 13.
That's a good number.
That's a bad luck number.
No,
I have
it's still
3 left.
Baker's dozen.
There you go. Actually, that's true. I haven't heard that phrase in a while.
Baker's dozen.
Yeah, Baker's dozen. Yeah. Go ahead, Miranda. Shoot.
Is there a gene or combo you thought would be worth more than it is today?
Hypo. Ghost. I can't believe it's so cheap. I love it. My good friend and amazing guy, Chris Eaton from Snakes and the Fat Man, can't stand it. You know, he literally shits on hypo. Okay? He doesn't like it. I love it. I think it's so underrated. I love it in clown. I love it in pied. I love it in my lavender stuff. I love hypo. Chris hates it. And you know what? He jokes about it. And you know what? He literally hates it. You know, he goes off on it. And it's funny because I love it and he hates it. But you know what? When I talk to him, I don't care if he hates it. He doesn't care if I like it. It's just cool talking, cool stuff. But, you know, it's like me crapping on other people's stuff that I don't like. I'm allowed to not like it. You're allowed to love it. But you know what? When we meet up and talk, if that's all we're talking about, hey, man, how you doing? Good. Yeah, man, hypo's the best. No, hypo sucks. If that's all you're talking about, like that's so stupid. He can hate it, I can love it, and we can still talk about awesome stuff and move on and be cool about it. Mm-hmm. That's how everyone should do, you know? Question 12.
Probably number 10.
What made you decide to switch from ARS racks to Freedom Breeder racks?
Very good question. Okay, so what happens is I love ARS. I've had ARS for probably 13, 14 years. Love it. Love their customer service. You know, Brian, Jason, and I just talked to Justin today. Awesome. You know, I've never had a problem with the rack. I love their customer service. They're just awesome. I've bought them. I've used them. I've loved them. I've sold them. Other people are using them and loving them, and it's just great. When I wanted to get into boas, I wanted to, and this was before the whole new facility. I was looking, it's like, you know what? I want to get something new. I want to get into, you know, I want to separate it because I'm going to have them in the same room. Let me go ARS, a Freedom Breeder. So I reached out to Jesse, and I'm like, you know what? I want to get into the, you know, a boa rack. I want to use this. And he's like, you should try out my cocoa. And I'm like, yeah, you know what, blah, blah, blah. And it's the same price as, you know, the coconut I was using before. So I'm like, yeah, you know what? He said, you know, do this. I'll give you some to try out. And I'm like, well, I might as well, if I'm ordering stuff, just I'll take a full skid, less whatever you're giving me, and, you know, have that coming. And then, you know, he's like, hey, man, you know, your order's gone through. You ever thought of, you know, trying it for your Ballpythons? And I'm like, dude, I got like 28 of them. And he's like, you got to try it out. And I'm like, oh, you know, I have OCD, and if I buy one, I got to buy them all. And it's like, nah, you don't. It's like, just try one. You should try. If you don't like it, sell it. And I end up buying one. And then I'm looking. And I'm like, well, you know what? I might as well change these because everyone keeps asking, hey, Billy, got any ARS for sale? No. And I'm like, well, damn, I could sell these 3. If I'm going to get one, what am I going to do with one? Let me just fill this wall. So if I fill the wall, I can actually get 3 more and replace the 4. So it's not going to, it would kill my OCD, but not so bad where I've got a wall of 4, and then everything else around the room is Freedom Breeder. I mean, ARS. So that was my vision. So I ordered 4 plus the skid of cocoa and the boa rack. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, well, if I switch it over here, I can get rid of the 70-30, and I get a 70-30 in the Freedom Breeder version. So I added that. So my first 6 racks came in were Freedom Breeder. And then at that point, I actually knew I had the facility. So I'm like, you know what? Now I have a room, and I got another room. I can't have half and half. So let me just switch all the adults to Freedom Breeder. And that's what I did. But right now, I still have 2 more Freedom Breeder racks coming. So in my adult room, I've got 9. I don't even know. They're 14 high. They're 15 high or 14 high? They're 14 high.
The 14, yeah.
Yeah, 14 high. And then I've got 2 for my males. I'm going to add 2 more. But I still have 1 ARS hatchling rack in for my smaller males. So eventually, when those other 2 racks come in, my entire adults will be in Freedom Breeders. And I've also got another order coming in from ARS, and I'm going 5 levels higher inside Cat's room, in the hatchling room, or the grow-up room, and I'm going 7 levels higher on top in the outside where my holdbacks are. So I've got a bunch coming in from ARS as well. And yeah, that's the story behind that. So
You regret it?
he has to bring it up. So here's the thing. I mean, to me, I love ARS. There's a lot of, so there's things about Freedom Breeder that I wish ARS had, and there's a lot of things that I wish Freedom Breeder had that ARS had. It's like, I wish I could combine, hey, can I take this, and this, and do this, and that's the perfect rack. But then I'd still find something wrong with that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So the Freedom Breeders are just different than what I'm used to. I like them for so many reasons, and I hate them for so many reasons. And I wish ARS had some, but for the cost, and people always ask me, hey, Billy, what's a better rack? They're both the same, except one's, different looking. One has different features. I love the double rack. I mean, the double pullouts on the Freedom Breeder. I do sort of like how the cup is sort of back a little. It's never affected me on ARS where it's at the front. I've been breeding in them for so many years. But I just, to me, for somebody to get into it, because I know here in Canada, it's probably 30 to 35% more to buy the Freedom Breeder and have them shipped. And when you think about it, if someone's trying to get into this to upgrade into a professional rack, when I can buy 3 ARS that does almost the exact same thing as 2 Freedom Breeder, I would always recommend the ARS over the Freedom Breeder. There's a lot of sharp little edges and stuff on the Freedom Breeder. In 12 years, I've never cut myself once on an ARS. I've cut myself in 6 months probably 12 times. My shirts all have holes in them because they get caught on the, minor little things. But hey, it's you're gonna find negative to each side. But me personally, I'm glad I got them. I mean, you walk in and you look at them, you're like, wow, it's sick, it's crazy. I don't regret it, but I didn't need to change, I was super happy with ARS. I still have them. I still got 12 ARS racks. I'm ordering more. I'm making them higher. Love the service. Love the quality. I love the hybrid. It's great. If you've got the money and money isn't an expense, go with what you like. You like the Freedom Breeder look? Awesome. But is 2 racks from Freedom Breeder really worth, more than having 3 of ARS? Depends on what your look is. So, I'm glad I got both, because now I have both. Now I can give an opinion that and utilize, because I've had ARS for probably 13, 14 years. And now I have, Freedom Breeder, and I'm never going to get rid of them. I'm always going to have them. So it's, but if I could go back in time, I didn't need to spend the money on trying something new. But I don't regret spending the money and having them. I mean, I think they're a great rack, except it could be better. ARS, same thing, an amazing rack, great rack. Guess what? It could be better, depending on what you want. So,
How did you find the people that you work with or that are on your videos?
Well, Austin, I pulled up to a light, and he came by and he's like, hey, man, he started throwing water on my car and using a squeegee. had a sign. Oh, yeah, had a sign saying, $5 or a meal. And I'm like, oh, I feel bad for this guy. No, Austin was actually the first out of everybody that's around now. You know, he was actually a customer, came and, what are you, 18?
Yeah, I was 18 back then, yeah.
Yeah, 18, came in and, you know, set up a time, came and, you know, went through the collection and talked to him about stuff. And, you know, I think he bought an animal or two. And then down the road, you end up picking up that super Enchi clown. Or is it a super?
Enchi Blade Clown.
Enchi Blade Clown breeder male. Yeah. And was it, did I ask you or you asked me if I needed any help on the weekends or was it?
I called you, yeah. I'm like, do you need help? And then.
Yeah. And then I'm like, yeah. So he would come in on the weekends and stuff. And, you know, from there I had another person that was, you know, basically, you know, 4 or 5 days a week. And, you know, they had something, you know, at that time that paid more and more of a full-time gig. So when they left, Austin's like, oh, man, like, you know, I mean, I can do that. And I'm like, dude, aren't you in school for firefighting, like, full-time? Yeah, but that's not really my thing. I want to get out of it. I'm like, dude, like, talk to your mom. There's no way you're going to work here 5 days a week and quit school to be a fire, you know, don't go talk to your mom because that's the last thing I want. Oh, you're the guy that made my son throw his life away to fucking clean snake shit. Like, you know what I mean? So it was the first thing I'm like, dude, ask your mom, like, whoa, you know, what's, you know, and it's like, no, man, I'm really sure it's not, you know, and
Yeah, I like it.
yeah, he didn't like it. And, you know, it was cool. And he started, great fit, you know, and, you know, we've never looked back. And we've had a few people come in between to help what Catherine does. And it's just been disaster after disaster. And it's just like, oh, my God. So when Kat came in, it was like, cool, you know, wow. And learning and stuff. And what was great about Kat is, and I liked it, was it wasn't like she was someone we knew. Because if someone we knew was there, it was like, oh, my God, hey, blah, blah, blah. It's more chat time. Like, hey, blah, blah, blah. It's like, you know, even though Kat now is a big part of the team and, you know, we all like talk and mingle and hang out. But when she first came, it was great because, you know, she half the times we didn't know she was there. We'd be doing her thing. All of a sudden, it's like, oh, fuck, you're here. Holy shit, I didn't even know you were here because she was just so quiet doing her thing, you know? Yeah. Oh, it's not that you couldn't see her. Come on. He's always making the short jokes. But no, she's just been a great part of the team, does everything awesome. You know, she's a professional photographer, so I've utilized her skills. She's now, you know, part of, you know, helping me with the stuff on Husbandry Pro, keeping things organized, doing a bunch of other stuff, you know, setting up worksheets. And then I have Callie behind the scenes that, you know, there's a lot more things that we need to do and come together as a team and have much more stuff, but we're working on it. We're being more efficient. Husbandry Pro's been amazing. If you haven't tried the 30-day trial, you got to. It's amazing. It's a godsend for me. The stuff that I'm pulling off as far as data, it's changed the way I breed. It's changing a lot of things. And I mean, I wish I had it 5 years ago or even more. But, you know, now that we have it, it's good. But, you know, Kat was a great fit. You know, at first I thought she wasn't going to stick around because there's some, you know, some tension, you know what I mean? But, you know, she's here. She's awesome. I hope she never leaves. You know, you know, Lord Elion, man. Lord Elion, I just brought him on to, you know, I wasn't even into Ballpythons. He might have had one, but he was, you know, I brought him in because he's just awesome with the, you know, the editing. I saw his stuff and, you know, Miguel from Always Evolving Pythons, Brian Cusco, you know, Brian Barczyk, when they came up, they're like, hey, man, you know, where's Lord Elion? I'm like, who? Lord Elion, man, you know. I'm like, I've never heard of this guy. It's like, oh, dude, man, the guy's videos are sick. And, you know, he's all Salvadorian. And, you know, Miguel wanted to, like, oh, my God, I got to see him. And we got to, you know, don't even know who this guy is. So then we were at that expo. And, you know, they're all talking to this guy. And he was with his brothers. And I'm like, never seen this guy in my life. Meanwhile, he's probably vlogged me 100 times. I'm just so clueless when I'm at an expo talking about snakes. I don't even know what's going on. And then I had him come in because I wanted to do my videos better. I wanted to create Patreon. And, you know, I wanted somebody to do that because I didn't have the time to do it. and neither did Austin because where we were going and growing. So he came on just to do that, and then him and Austin became friends, and he really saw how crazy we were filming and go, oh my God, like I got to get some snakes. So he started buying snakes, and I'm like, yeah, can I keep him here for now? I'm like, yeah, let's, can we do some breeding project like you and Austin? Yeah. And now it's like he's a fucking monster. Excuse my language. He's got how many females now? Or how many animals does Lord Elion have? Ballpythons? 60?
Maybe a little more than that.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know, eight. I don't know. I mean, like,
he's up there.
within a couple years, man, he's just become a monster, man. And, the guy's
some crazy stuff. Like, he's
yeah.
been quiet about a lot of
So
it.
it's pretty awesome how, just being around us in such a short time, it's just great. But I mean, it's all a great fit. All four of us are totally different individuals. We all have different sort of, like Austin's sort of just chill. I'm hyper like this. Catherine's quiet, the intellectual one, she's just, but, and then Lord Elion is just, we all come together and make an amazing team. And I just think it's awesome. And now we do have our times where it's like, I think I fired Austin a couple times and thrown shit and that's it, man. Like, yeah, whatever. Like, who knows? I think you've actually probably, I'm quitting. I'm like, yeah, go ahead. You were fired before you quit. Like, yeah. And the next day we're like hugging and giving high fives. Yeah, man, sorry I was a dick yesterday. Yeah, so was I. No, I was more one. No, I was more one. No, I'm a bigger one. You know what I mean? Like, but at the end of the day, man, it's nothing's perfect, man. I mean, it isn't. Like, even the way we come together. I mean, this whole year, this whole change at this new facility, I think was great. This year, this season is going to put, I think, all of us where we want to be and maybe bring in another member, maybe a couple. I don't know, I know that with me and Austin, like, even talk of moving to the U.S. in years down the road, 2 to 3 years. Hey, man, if he ain't coming, I ain't moving, So we got to talk about stuff like that. And, he's going to be mutation creation, long after I'm gone, so, but it was just great, he knows how I am, Nick and Chris from the Reptile Ward, even he did a super chat, Tyler from Hyped Up Reptiles. I mean, he worked for a year and a half on the weekends, and Nick and Chris, they know how I am, they either, you either accept me or you don't. But I don't change, I'm hyper. I can't help how I am. I don't change when, this person's in. I can't be the way I am. I'm the way I am no matter who's in the room. President of the United States in the room. I'm still the same way. I'm not going to change. I can't be hyper around. No, he doesn't like me, then fuck him. Oops. Damn it. Sorry, guys. Damn, I got to wash my mouth. But that's just how I am. I'm not going to change because of who you are or what you are. I'm me. If you don't accept me, I ain't changing. And I don't think anyone should. But, I mean, the team we have is amazing. I couldn't be where I am at as fast as I am. I'd get here, but it'd be, 2 more years or 3 more years down the road. I wouldn't have Patreon. I wouldn't probably be doing this because, when we did this, it was like Lord Elion and, hey, we should do a podcast. It was their idea. I wouldn't even have had this idea if it wasn't for them. So, there's a lot of things that wouldn't be where it is today without my team and knowing that I have my team in order to put my effort into this. So it's awesome. I'm glad and fortunate to have them. And, what we can do in the future is scary. Like it really is. Like I'm afraid to see what I can make at the end of this year, next year. Like stuff growing up in the racks, the stuff, the knowledge, the team, it's amazing. So,
Got a few super chats too, right?
Go ahead, shoot.
We got Tyler, Hyped Up Reptiles, says build the hype, love the support for the younger generation.
Awesome, man.
And then we have Angie Rufus.
That's Miranda's mom.
Yep. And we love the whole team.
Awesome. Sweet. That's awesome. So cool. Stop.
What snake have you produced, but now you wish you would have held that?
What snake that I've sold?
Yeah. If any.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of ones that I've sold that I wish I didn't.
Some het monsoons a couple years ago.
Yeah, before I really knew I had them, I sold a lot of het monsoon stuff, not knowing obviously. But there's been some stuff like I've had some back in 2019. I sold a male Orange Dream Yellow Belly Enchi Fire Pied, and I could really use him right now because he'd be a good breeder. Powerhouse. But at the time, I don't know if it was 55 or 65 US. I need money to pay for things. I can't keep everything. Sometimes you got to sell stuff off to do other things or to get into some other stuff, or your plans change. But there's always going to be animals you regret selling. There's animals that, but at the same time too, I know the person that bought that animal probably won't even, he may breed it, but he's not even a breeder. He's like, dude, this snake is just sick. I can't believe I'm spending this much on a snake. It's ridiculous, but man, I love it. It's worth every penny to me. And, someone buying that animal and paying a price for something where the only reason it's worth that much is because it's rare, especially a few years ago, and it's such a powerhouse that someone like us would buy it and we'd be breeding it and getting our money back tenfold. That guy's just getting it because he just wants to look at it and go, wow, this is beautiful. But I know I made this guy super happy. And I know I've sold animals that I regret selling, but I know that the person I've sold them to are getting clutches, and they're like, oh my God, this is amazing. Oh my God, look what I made, Billy. And it's so great looking on the feed, like, hey, I bought this male from Justin, and I bought this female from Billy, and look at the clutch I made. Thanks, guys. Man, I mean, that's incredible. When an animal I produced and I sold, I don't know how happy that guy is, but I know how happy I get when I make some crazy stuff and stuff that I've wanted. So being able to, be a part of that process of giving him, one half of the snake that gave him that happiness and his cloud nine, and, it's incredible feeling, So it is definitely amazing. So next question. Can I see you looking down? I see you looking down, Miranda.
Since you have switched from cocoa blocks to go for cocoa, have you seen the benefits you expected?
Well, to me, to be honest, I think actually cocoa blocks and the large chunk of I could be mistaken. I think they're even made at the same place, but I think the Go for Cocoa large chunk and the cocoa blocks large chunk is identical. It's nice big chunk. It's washed. It's great. I love the quality of it. The thing I like about Go for Cocoa is it has the smaller chip. And, I love the big chunk, for my adults. I don't like it for my hatchlings. So I had to use another brand, and then that sucked. So what I like about Go for Cocoa is it has the best of both worlds. I have the big chunk, and I got the small chunk. If I want, I can mix it together, and it's from one company. And as you've seen in the video, I've done it, and it's like, I don't even have to sift it, But then again, too, I've had it with every reptile. I haven't had it yet with Go for Cocoa, but I'm sure I'll run into it. You're always going to have a bad batch, or you're going to get run 10 more bags off, and then when you get it, it's not the best. It's like, it's a little sandy. I've had that with, I've had really crappy, the no-name stuff. I've had really bad bags. I've had some, bad bags with Reptichip. I've had bad bags with cocoa blocks. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have some bad bags with Go for Cocoa. I don't know. We'll see. But so far, I love it. I'm glad I have it. I'm glad I've got the two choices with the one company. And I'm glad to be the Canadian rep and being able to sell it. And, So.
Do you think ball pythons are as popular in Canada as they are in the U.S.?
Yeah, but we're you know, you guys are 10 times our population. So we have 30, well, sure, we're probably over, you know, we're probably 37 million, and you guys are 300 million. So you guys 10 times more. So there's more people out there that are into the industry. You're, you know, the Americans have a better understanding of the business. They see it. They're exposed to it more. Where here in Canada, a lot of people, a lot of them now are jumping in, seeing this as a legit business, seeing the people making money, seeing people invest and watching their friends or other people invest and going, oh my God, look what they did. Wow. And then they jump in, you know. They don't want to sort of jump in and be the first to do it. They want to see other people do it and go, okay, this is actually good, and let me do it. More people, I think, you know, if you look at all the big businesses or the breeders in the U.S. compared to Canada, I mean, it's like 100 to 1, you know? So we still have a market, except the mindset here is people don't want to invest. It's not really, it is, you know? You can't tell me it's not, you know. How could you pay that much money for a snake? Do you see what it's done for me over the last 10 years? I would have spent 20 times as much and still been great. You know, people just got to feel confident in themselves, in their industry. They want what they want to do. They've got to actually have the means. You know, I would hate for people to just go and you know, take everything, all their savings, put it into this without any experience, without any knowing that they love to do this, and do and fail and lose everything. If you can go in, take a nice chunk, get some experience, move up, believe in it, know that this is what you want to do, balls deep, bam. You know what? If you know you can do this, there isn't a dollar I've invested in this industry that I've never made back and made, wow. You know, the longer you do this, the more you make off that original investment. You know, I mean, if you invest $10,000 in an animal and over 10 years you can't 10 times that money, you're doing something wrong. You know, because I can usually do that in 2 years with what I've got, and you know, it's a whole different ball game. But you know, there's definitely money in this industry. It ain't going away. There's definitely stuff to learn. There's definitely, you know, a lot of positives. There's a lot of negatives. Nothing's perfect. But you know what? If you love this and you want this, go after it, you know? And there's people out there, you know, there's Patreons out there for guidance. There's people out there that will mentor you, you know, to an extent. There's so much knowledge at your fingertips, you know? Stuff that, you know, people, hey, I learned from you. I watch your YouTubes. And there's stuff that I've learned from other breeders. And just having people on as guests. What? What did you say? No way. And you try it, and it's like, oh, my God. Like Earl. That's probably... Number one, Earl. Oh yeah, he put a little vanilla on the back of the rodent, and you know, and feed your hatchlings. And I'm like, what, vanilla? I'm like, dude, man, is the heat getting to you? You got to try it, man. I thought the same thing, but it works. Brian Barczyk told me all so many years ago, and we all go do it, and guess what? The thing works. Like, man, like it's crazy. I order as much vanilla as I do chlorhexidine, man, because it's a key component now. It's like, you know. Paper towels, check. You know, chlorhexidine, check. Toilet paper, check. Cocoa husk, check. Vanilla, check. It's got to be on there, man. It's a staple now. You know, that, and of course, you know, we love our Da Vinci boa. You know, we love that stuff too. So, whole bunch of different things. So...
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, that was a girl. I wasn't even trying to do a Earl impersonation. Jeez. Earl's gonna come. He's probably calling me now. Like, Billy, I just sound like that. And I'm like, no, man. It's like, I love Earl. Earl's an awesome guy too, man. That's another guy that I got to give a shout out to. He's just amazing, so humble, such a great. I can't wait to meet him. I've never met him in person, but we've been talking for years. Over the phone, at least once or so, once a month, once every couple months for years. Just amazing, and you know, just amazing guy. And I love seeing, you know, guys with so much knowledge and experience and stuff. giving time and helping people and being a good role model also. I could name 1,000 people. There's so many amazing people in here, and I love it. I love where the industry is going. I love what people are doing. I love people helping others and supporting others. It's amazing, and I think it's what's needed for us to keep going and being stronger in the community and growing and, having, young people and women come into an industry that they're not going to get shit on, even though you probably will, but then you just, put your head down, keep grinding, and you show them, yeah, remember me? Yeah, look what I did. It's like, yeah. So it's just awesome.
It definitely is.
Yeah.
But no, I'm excited to see where you guys go. It's cool to see you guys in at such a young age, especially so knowledgeable. And I love how this is constant learning. You're always learning the genes, what it can do, what's this, and people are coming out, oh, this is allelic, this isn't good to do. This is how you can, get them to eat. This is, different ways, different people giving opinions. Because if you just ask me, it's like, hey, how do you get all your ball pythons to eat? I don't have an answer because all my ball pythons don't always eat, And you hear other stuff, and it's like, oh, I never heard that. Let me try that. I would never have known of Da Vinci boa if it wasn't for Jeremy Bod from Bod's Exotic Reptiles. I would never have used the vanilla if I didn't talk, to Earl and have him on. So by being in the community and talking and listening, I don't have every answer. I don't even know if I wish I did, because I like to learn. I mean, oh my God, it excites me. Oh my God, what? Let's try it. And when it works or it doesn't, it's like, it didn't work for me. Or, oh my God, this is crazy, it works. I love to be able to share my experience with other people. But I wouldn't have had that experience if I wasn't listening to other people, So it's amazing, and you got to really sit there and think like, hey guys, I have a big audience. I have a lot of experience, but there's other people out there that I've learned from that have half experience or less than I've had. And if I didn't learn from them or listen to them or say, oh, I can't listen to those guys, I'm way bigger than them, they have nothing that I can learn, then you're an idiot. Because there's things that I've learned from small people, or even answering the question, answering my phone. Hey, Billy, I'm in this situation. I'm like, I've never had that. Send me some pics. And I'm like, damn, you know what? I've never had this. This is weird. Let me reach out to some people. And I'm friggin' learning on something that I've never experienced, and I'm trying to help someone else by messaging other people. Hey, has this ever happened to you? Actually, no, but it happened to my buddy. Here's his number. It's just communicating and working and networking and learning, and all of us can do better and share that info and what we've learned to other people so we can all do well. It's not hard. It's really simple. It's so simple, it's sickening. Why people can't do it. It's so simple. So that's just my belief. It's what I believe in. It's what I've always have. It's why I promote and do what I do. And, you don't like it, then don't watch me. But I ain't changing. I do this for me, and it's what I believe, and it's what I'm always going to do. So, you don't always have to, be like everyone else, but it's what I believe in. And I do a lot of things that, I push limits, and I do things that not a lot of people have done. And, I've been successful with most, and I'm glad I could, because I truly love doing what I do. Right, Austin? I think you got one more, Miranda.
Yeah, I do.
Yep, see? I'm counting. Go ahead.
Do you have any pet snakes?
I do not. Now, all my snakes are sort of my collection, but they're also meant for breeding. I do have a couple that, like Mango. Mango is, I bought him in 2014. That's a pastel banana freeway. And he's been breeding for, 6 years now? And he's still breeding this year, So he's almost like a pet. The girlfriend named him Mango. So it's sort of like I couldn't sell it if I wanted to, unless I replaced him with something better. But he's a great breeder, has amazing babies. He's made some really cool stuff. And but no pets. I don't have anything at home. I think, the Ballpythons, I have a collection, and they breed. And I create, and I enjoy, and you know, I discover new things or things I want to do or don't want to do by seeing other people or doing it myself. But I think now, like, I want to get a mangrove snake, and I want to get a few others. Like, I want to get some tree pythons and some basins and just stuff where those are my pets, because I don't want to breed them. I just want to look at them and go, fuck, these are sick. I love them. And just enjoy them, you know, like the tarantulas. I just want to enjoy them and look at them and go, wow, look at this. This is incredible, you know. So I don't want to be that guy with basins and stuff, always taking them out and trying to tame them. I'm just going to leave them on the perch, feed them every 10 days to 2 weeks or whatever I need, and just, you know, enjoy them. That's basically what I want to do. They'll be my pets. So that's that. So anything in the chats, Austin?
Nothing too much. Someone asked, what about the IMG boa?
IMG Anery boa. She's awesome. So hopefully we get to breed her later this year, if not next year, when I get my mail in. So it's something I'm interested in. I do want to breed them. I do want to make some really cool stuff. I may get it a little heavier into boas down the road. I don't know. We'll see. But I like my little collection so far. So it's pretty awesome. What about you, Austin? You like the boas?
They're cool.
Yeah.
I got one nasty bite from one of them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you did get one nasty one.
Yeah, like I thought I broke my hand. Was that
yeah,
bad?
it was, well, the way it got you on the nerve or it was just puffed up. It was scary. But
it's not nice.
It's weird. Any more questions?
I think those are all the ones that I kind of want to ask.
Yeah, she nailed it. Look at you, eh?
Thank you.
But no, man, it's awesome. So here's what I want to do, okay? So you guys are just awesome. I think you're great. I hope you keep moving forward, and I hope I hope you keep learning and growing and you know, keep doing what you're doing. Don't worry what other people say. I mean, it will get to you. I mean, you're human. You know, you can only, you know, have so much crap thrown at you before it affects you. You know, no one's invincible to hate or negativity. But just keep doing what you're doing. Move forward. If you really love it and you want to do it, then do it. Who cares what other people? And more people got to get that out of their head. You know, why does someone have to be or do things that you do? You don't. If they want to do something else, let them. I mean, there's different religions, there's different beliefs, there's different. You know, it's all around us. Why does it have to be one way only in this industry? And people just don't get it. It's crazy. But I want you guys to keep doing what you're doing and working towards those goals. And I talked to Austin about this earlier, and even before I said I wanted to get you guys on. You know, you got that snake coming from me, you know, down the road, you know, this year. You just got to message me, and it's like,
thank you for.
Oh, for sure.
Thank you.
I mean,
thank you for having us on.
Yeah, but what I want to do is I want to give you guys some incentive. You know, your parents can help. You can do what you got to do. You got to, you know, go get a second job or a job, bust your ass, whatever you got to do. Okay? So for each of you, okay, I'm going to set a limit because, you know, I'm not like, you know, balling. I get it. So what I want to do is, you know, the snake, you know, the pied combo and the DG enhancer combo, you know, they're yours. You just got to hit me up. But what I want to do is to give you guys some incentive, work hard, do what you got to do. Your parents can help. You know, if it's not this year, it's next year. But up to $5,000 each. If you guys want to spend up to $5,000 each, I will double it. So to help you guys with your collection. So if you guys want to, you know, come up with $2,000 and buy an animal, I'll give you $2,000 more. So whatever you guys, to help your collection. And you can spend it any way you want. You know, I make some pretty cool stuff, I think.
Oh my God.
So, you know, so
Thank you
that
so
way
much.
too,
Thank you.
you know, you can go up to 5, you can spend 2, you can spend 3, whatever. I'll double it. Just to get you guys off of to an awesome start, because you guys are awesome. I think you guys, I'm afraid to see where you guys are in 10 years from now. You know, with all the knowledge and the support and you know what I mean? Like, you guys got a hell of a great, you know, asset on the computer and people and this mindset of people. So, you know, whatever you guys got to do, if your parents want to help chip in, whatever, you know, like I said, you guys come up with up to 5K, I'll double it. So you can get $10,000 worth of animals from me each for 5 or less, whatever. I just want you guys to do well and know that I'm here to support you guys. And, you know, I definitely want to keep in touch with you. And even if I can mentor you on the side or whatever, I don't want to take away from all these other amazing people, but I'm definitely here in your corner. You know, same with Austin, the whole team. We want to see you guys do well. And, you know, one thing that hinders amazing people in this hobby from doing well, unfortunately, is effing money. Money is, you know, people can come in here and you know, with all the experience, the love, the passion you have, money is definitely a key as well. But if you just got money and nothing else, your money sucks. So I know you guys got everything else, and if I can help, you know, give you a little bit of a boost, man, you know, you guys are going, you know, you guys don't even need me. You guys are going amazing. You guys are going to do well. But if, you know, if I can help in any way.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I really want you guys to do well. I love seeing what you guys are doing. You're young. You're already into this. It's scary where you guys are going to be, you know. So I just want to reach that out to you guys and know that I'm in your corner. And, you know, I'm glad that you're not getting a lot of, you know, people shitting on you already because, you know, why are these kids doing, you know, it's funny because that's why I asked, and it's great because I see it's like, hey, Billy, these two are on, or, you know, hey, you know, Atypical's son's on and everyone else is on, and I'm like, oh, shit, I love to jump on because it's 5, 10, 20 minutes, sometimes half an hour because I can't shut up. You know, it half an hour of my time to change someone's life or make them super happy or motivated. Like, wow, you know, I mean, my time's important, right? So are you guys. And I'm glad I can give it, you know, my time to you guys and Austin and the team. And, you know, I know Catherine, you know, I don't know if Elion's in here, but, you know, we can all help in any ways and guide you guys. And, you know, but I definitely want to see you guys do well. And I know money is like I said, the you know, it's a big thing to get you going. And you got everything else. Well, you know, here's a little help. So, and there's no rush. You know what I mean? It's not like you got to do this tomorrow. It's no time limit on it. You know, when you're ready for you know, I can even help you. You know, decide what you should do or what you could do, or, you know, with your parents. You know, help and talk to them. But you guys are just awesome, and I just want you to know that you know. Wherever you're going, I'm excited to see you. And there's no race to go. You don't have to be a big breeder. Do what you want at your own pace. And I think that no matter what you do, you guys are going to be awesome, even if you're not in this hobby, you know. It's a pleasure that we've had you for this long, you know, even if you're getting out, you know, so.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
It's what we do, man. It's what we try to do anyways, you know. So thank God we're having a good season, eh, Austin? We gotta make some money to help these guys and make some cool, you know, cool animals so that these guys we can give them to these guys. So, you know what I mean? So, but no, I just do what you do. You're doing awesome, and it's my pleasure having you guys on because it's amazing. Like listening to you guys talk, like when I was you know 11, 12, 13, 15, I wasn't saying like, you know, oh, I'm going to breed the pinstripe, blah, 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 trick, you know, to the head. Hell no. I mean, at that age, I don't even know if I knew what I probably couldn't even spell the word genetics. Like, I don't even know what I was doing, you know. But who knows? But you guys are awesome. I'm so glad you guys came on. I'm glad that, you know, you guys are already in the community and you have so many people already here in your corner helping you. I think it's amazing. And you got 1 more, 2 more, 3 more, Catherine in the line. You got 4 more people in your corner helping you. So, awesome.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're definitely welcome.
I can't believe this.
Why? Why not? You can't
No,
believe
it's
it.
just amazing. You're
It is.
just an incredible person, Billy.
I try. You know what I mean? Like I gotta do well on some things because I'm sort of lacking on others. So I'm nowhere near perfect, but I do see what people need and what this industry needs, and I definitely stand behind it. People don't like what I do. I'm not gonna change. I'm still gonna do whatever I do because that's the way I feel it should be done. And if I have 1,000 people behind me or 2, I'm still doing what I do. I'm not doing this to have an army of people behind me. I'm doing it because it's what I believe in. It's what I wish I had. And I think more people should, push this industry and the positivity and pick people up. It just makes sense. You can't build a community or you can't build an industry if people are dropping off all the time. You can't grow something if you don't know if you're going up or down. It needs to grow because of support, because of knowledge, because of sharing, because of positivity. It just makes sense. And if people don't get that, then you know what? You stay in your small little world in your bubble and you wonder why all these other people are doing better than you. And I've seen it 100 times over the last 20 years. And I was in that bubble. I was a part of that shit. And those people aren't even around anymore. Look at me. So anyways.
Billy, can we come visit you sometime?
Oh, for sure. Like, you know what? I mean, and that people always ask that. Like, it's like the sacred place. It's like, oh, man, I wish you would let people come to your facility. I'm like, well, of course you can. I can? They freak out. It's like, well, fuck yeah. You know what I mean? That's why one of the reasons why we opened it is because we can have people over, and you've seen it. Like, I love having people in and when we have the contest where people would come in and have like Justin and Miguel and so many other Aussies come. So many amazing people have come just to hang out and talk and just talk about and be around what we love. And, it's such a great feeling to be around people and showing your collection off. I love showing my collection to people and ideas and listening to theirs. And, it's such a great thing to do. And when people come over, we love giving tours and showing people. And, we've even done stuff where it's like, hey, you got an ultrasound? Can you show me how to do it? Sure, we'll bust an ultrasound out. And, hey, here, look, want to cut some eggs? We've actually had people over where we'll cut them. So just stand off side of the camera. We're cutting eggs. And they're like, I can't believe, you just did a video cutting eggs. And I watched it in real life, instead of on camera. It just blows people away. I think it's crazy. But, I can understand it, right? So, it's just such a cool thing that you can be involved with people. And if you guys can get down here when things are normal and stuff, yeah, I'd love to have everybody, even if people in the chat. You don't have to be somebody to come by. You guys can just, call in and say, hey, you know what, we're going to be in the area, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, sure, we'll pencil you in. We'd love to meet people and meet the whole team, get some selfies, show off, the facility and maybe kick some people's butt at Galaga. We got to start getting better at Pac-Man because there's so many Pac-Man people because we suck. At least I suck at Pac-Man. I'm going to kill your Pac-Man score. You probably could because I don't play it. I play Galaga. But it's a Pac-Man machine that has 7 other games. But, no, we have fun, man. We enjoy what we do. And that'll be awesome to have you guys meet you in person. And once next year, I'm going to start traveling to most of the U.S. states to go to the shows and go out and shoot at some of the Patreon people's facilities and do stuff like that once it's back open where we can travel more. So you'll see me a lot more in the U.S. as of next year, and even like Tinley and probably Arlington and stuff. Me and Austin will fly down, maybe Kat, maybe Elion, for the weekend and hang out, just come see all of us crazy Canadians, So. But, no, you guys have an amazing night. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. I hope you have a good rest of your night.
Oh, I will. I always do.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
And the chat's just awesome as ever. They're always amazing. But, no, I'm just glad you guys are, are doing what you're doing, learning, moving forward, have your parents, to support you and sort of guide you, and amazing people. the ones in the chat that have, mentored you or helped you in many ways, which is awesome. So I just think it's amazing how people can give time to other people, and it shows. And, it's not even for monetary value. It's just for something because they believe in you or see something in you, or, just people are amazing. And it's people can be nice for no other reason, just to be nice. But people always think there's something attached, and it's so stupid, But it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
So
Wow.
enjoy. Thanks, Mom and Dad, and parents
so
in the
much.
background for
Thank
letting
you.
them come on, and raising some awesome women, and guiding them right, and getting them and introducing them to this amazing hobby and industry. And it's awesome. I think it's great because it's most kids grow up where they're terrified of these awesome creatures, and they're not put into this community where it's like, I think this community is amazing. It's one of the things why I love being in it so much, besides the snakes. There's one thing to have cool snakes, and if there was no community, I'd still do what I do because I love doing it. But to have this as well, it's a bonus. So, congrats for raising two awesome, young ladies. And, I'm sure, I hope, you guys stay in touch, and, keep being awesome, and follow your dreams,
you.
man. Just keep doing it, because,
Thank
you guys can do
you.
whatever you want.
Thank you so much.
You're very
Thank
welcome.
you so much.
And great job, man. You guys were like, superstars. You guys, just Kayla, next time come prepared. Get some stuff written down, man. Be prepared. I know you know everything, but come on, man. Hit me up. Awesome. But no, you guys have a great night. Everyone in the chat, you guys are awesome. Thanks for showing up and supporting these two
Yes,
awesome,
thank you.
and us.
Thank you.
Me and Austin need some love too. But and it's good too because we actually have something else that's coming out now for YouTube. Another sort of segment that we're coming out with, which is going to be cool. We'll announce that sooner than later. And we've got 22 clutches in the incubator, and a lot more coming. So eventually we're going to have daily cutting videos. Oh my God. What? So stay tuned. Thanks for all your love and support, guys. You guys, stay awesome, and keep in touch, please. And we out. This is an early one, 10 o'clock. Austin's like, yeah, finally, 10 o'clock, 3 hours. So everyone have a great night, and bye, Mom, Dad in the background. And later, Miranda, Kayla. Later, Austin. See you tomorrow.
you.
What time are you coming in? Like 8 or 9?
Yeah, around then.
Yeah. We got to kill a podcast tomorrow morning. And enjoy your night, everybody.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
My channel. My channel. My content. My channel. My content. My channel. My content.